Hey, it's Winter. I cadged a bunch of conspiracy recordings from T-Bone's files, and he's gonna throw a strop if they get out before his death. So guess what I'm doing? Yeah. Too bad they're busted. Something about a faulty blurb fly. Whatever.
Knowing that it all comes from, again, these great books that Jeff wrote. But yeah, so welcome back there.
Deep in the weeds on a Sunday morning.
Absolutely. Well, morning for us. Well, two of us at least. So we left off last time in a bit of a cliffhanger here in our warehouse area in Liverpool, the Rope Walks district. Although, as we start our recap here, we'll see that one of the the party has been split here. We have one member a couple districts over in Liverpool. Just that's a lot of fireworks there. So this is a warehouse facility that they have a map of. If we can see that map whenever, and whenever is clever, we'll probably be referencing it a few times during this session. But this particular warehouse, this hand-drawn map was done through interrogation of one of the paramilitary people that are going around that are most certainly connected to the Sayanka, kind of the Eastern European, that kind of area crime organization, but specifically having a connection with people with shadow genetics. A lot of robo-shads, a lot of shadow men, a lot of even pure shadows, one of the only places. So so the people also that you're facing are absolutely well-armored, well-equipped, have amazing shadow tech that prototypes that no one's seen. They also have no tongues.
Half the best of us.
That's a tough sale.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
cool shit, but you cut out your tongue.
right. Dedication to the job, is not lacking. So the tongueless, as the translation of their particular, again, paramilitary organization, is connected to the Sayanka, and that's who you guys are messing with right now. Although it seems that not only are they just muscle, but a good part of this organization are engineers working on these prototype shadow tech items. A lot of them are weaponized. So it's a lot of amazing stuff to see. But again, you're being rushed through this at this point because there's supposed to be 15 of these paramilitary people here. And so far, you guys have come across 7 and taking care of business. But again, there's more. Yeah. So where we left off last, let's say, let's have you guys start with, again, your character's name, the magic sentence there, which includes their mode of being, and then what you're looking like at this particular moment after a rough battle with a whole bunch of this.
I'm not muted, am I?
Yeah, Pete, you can go last because yours is you're a little different here. Yeah.
I'm playing Josiah Phineas Wagner. I'm a Shadowman Vurt speaker who bleeds lucky. At the moment, having just encountered the hippogriff for the first time, I'm effectively standing still and peeing my pants, but in a classy and refined way.
So you wore dark pants, basically.
Yes, I'm wearing my brown pants.
Absolutely, thank goodness. Yeah, so you guys are actually facing off to the hippogriffin, which I should again mention. So you guys are face to face with a legendary Vurt creature with the body, tail, and back legs of a lion, the wings of an eagle, and an eagle's talons as its front feet, and a red-eyed hippopotamus head right on top, hence the hippogriffin versus hippogriff. So this is Vurt, this is Liverpool, and this is lethal. So Next up in this moment of terror is...
I'll go. T-Bone the Disco Spider, Dogman Vurt Warrior who delves deeper. And actually, in relation to that delving deeper as my conspiracy theory background, I feel like I would have heard about these creatures, and this is more proof that the government is hiding things from us. So I'm just kind of observing, and I'm like mentally storing away information that I'm going to put on a wiki later. Wiki feather. Wiki feather.
The wiki feather. Yep. Good. And next.
Go for it, Char.
I am Winter and July, which is kind of how I'm feeling right now in Chicago. Snowfall, although it's only April. I'm a Robo-Man Shad explorer who tracks marks. I'm pretty much a terrifying bounty hunter. And I am currently trying to save a puppy.
Nice. Yes, there are pages, again, once you guys, you have the gates opened, you've, opened up the runs and everything that they go through. This particular paramilitary organization, again, the engineers, they're doing some type of experimentation on dogs. And yes, you have opened it up. They're terrified. They're sticking in the back of their cave. They can sense the danger perhaps of this hippogriffin happening. So while they may be, they're safely, scooted at the back of their concrete runs, but they are free to go. It's just that right now.
Well, I've chosen one and partly dominated it.
Right, correct. That's called,
so yeah.
Even this, and yes, and we'll definitely get more into that specific dog, and continuing after what he's going to see his potential best friend do to this hippogriffin. We'll see if he still wants to have anything to do with it. Robo-Man Shads are officially terrifying. So, which brings us to the next Robo-Man Shad.
Speaking of which, I'm playing
another
Angel,
killing machine,
a Robo-Man Shad warrior who plugs in. Right now, he's probably standing there with the pair of guns that he has, making sure they're loaded, and swearing in a thick Ukrainian accent, and eyeing the thing that just came up the stairwell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, it's not what I signed up for.
True. And again, the hippogriffin is coming up, is facing off with you guys. This is a Vurt creature. It was also perhaps being experimented on here, but now it is out and it is enraged. Before we get to that, though, let's go to Buzz. Buzz, what happened?
Howdy, everybody. So I am a RoboVert mathematician who controls blurbs. And I talk like this, or I did until I got my voice unit damaged. So we'll see what voice it comes up with when I do this. But last episode, I tested out a blunderbuss weapon and failed critically, and it launched me into the stratosphere.
You are just no longer allowed to touch any artifact.
Yes! And I fired the blunderbuss, and it launched me into the air! To make more energon cubes. Sorry, that was a request from Rob to get Starscream voice, but
well, the fact that the voice
that request not be made again.
I don't think he'll last.
What about an Optimus Prime voice?
GM intrusion.
Hang on, let me smoke 3 more of these, and then maybe.
Yeah, the Optimus.
But yeah, I am Optimus Prime. I am also Venture. I am actually in rope walks right now. I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the group. So I'm effectively out of the action. And Pete the player may be effectively out of the action due to circumstances beyond his control, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. Actually, you're in Dovecot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because you've flown straight up and over. Again, this is one of these Shadow Tech devices that no one's seen. It looks like, the blunderbuss is, the trumpeted or the fluted take band. The with that will, again, a critical fail launch you up and again several districts over. You're still in Liverpool, and you're in a very different area of town, but you're going to have to incredible journey your way back
And
to
where is the rest of the group right now? What district of?
There are 2 districts to the west. So they're on the water, and then there's the district of Old Swan, and then the district of Dovecot, aka Diddy Town.
Right. I'm just looking at a real world map, and I found Dovecot and Liverpool.
Yep. Yes. So on the banks of the Mersey, or sorry, the Manchester Canal, even though it's Liverpool, but it's called the Manchester Canal. So on the canal is rope walks, and then it's Old Swan, and then Dovecot is further out.
Gotcha.
So you're a day's journey. No, half. We'll see. You'll have to see. But if this were Manchester with the level of traffic and everything like that, it's a full day's journey. Liverpool's a bit different. Seems quite a bit more dangerous in certain areas, and certainly less crowded. At least that part's okay. If you can get past the smell. All right. So actually, let's start with you getting back. Let's have you roll right now, because I do have the travel, the table there.
Okay.
Yeah, so navigation, again, if you have an A to Z map, I don't think you do, after being blown to the stratosphere. And certainly of Dovecot, Liverpool. But
yeah,
let's
I don't have any skills or background that would help me with Liverpool, so it's just a straight roll. So here we go.
Right.
19.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, let's say, okay, so the minor effect that you'd get from a 19, let's say that not only can you tell from remembering, I guess, the smoke, the smell, the more horrific smell is actually down, on the banks there, the docks.
You say horrific, I say lunch.
Yeah, true. That's right. You're a giant fly.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell the audience I'm a giant fly, by the way.
Yeah. Or
buzz.
Yep. So not only can you get back, that's your minor effect, is you'll be able to follow your nose basically back to that thing. But also, let's say that what do you have on you as far as inventory? Do you have anything?
Well, we didn't roll that I lost anything. I dropped the blunderbuss, so that's somewhere around.
And your leg, or 3 of your legs, right?
Right, and 3 of my legs. Did I manage to find them and pick them up at least?
Yeah. So
okay.
let's say that even with this navigation roll, that you're going to be able to. You're so sure of the direction that you're going to be able to work on, and I'll have you do the repair roll. You'll be able to work on your repairs as you're moving.
Okay.
So as you're zipping around, you can repair on the go. So without having to stop and take your time. Let's do a repair roll as well, because unless you want to wait, you can wait to repair yourself later, but you can do it at any time. But,
no, I'll do it while I'm in the cab or whatever.
I'm thinking flying. Yeah, you're buzzing along. You're welcome to get in the cab as well, but yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's try a repair roll here.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Excellent. Okay. So I can't remember what it is. Well, again, this is something. So let's just say that by the time you get, by the time you get back to rope walks, you're going to be rested in one piece and ready to go. Okay.
But afraid of heights.
Perfect. Yes, but afraid of, well, you're not going that high. So as we're going to be going back and forth, but I'll make it I'll make it part of the action here. So right now we're going back to a what is bound to be quite a fight of the hippogriffin and
is it a hungry hippogriffin?
Oh, no.
They're going to find it.
No, we're not. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I made 4 out of 5 head shake on that one. That was good.
Good for that. That's a win. Yes. So
The race, it's a chase. Hurry up and feed its face.
Nice. I should also mention you guys have found not only in the last session, not only this Mandel bullet or fractal bullet that we talked about, but also a black feather called the Treacle Mines of the Diddy Men.
We'll just jump into that feather, we'll be safe.
Yeah. So
Shove the feather in the hippogriff's mouth.
Yes, absolutely.
If we jump in the feather and then the hippogriff kills us in the real world, then we end up trapped in the treacle mines of the Diddy Man, and that is absolutely what none of us wants.
Oh no, I think that'd be great. That'd be a lot of fun. Do it.
Actually, I wouldn't mind that so much.
Did anybody in our
You end
group
up 1'7" tall with 6-inch shillelagh. It's a mess. Nobody wants it.
when we got the feather, did anybody have real world knowledge or something that is this is a fucked up feather?
I think you guys did identify it as that, and yes, it smells dangerous.
I feel like we identified it as a really black market version of the feather, really messed up.
Yeah. So we're not hey, this sounds like fun. We should do this while we're fighting a hippogriff.
No. No.
I mean, if you want to go unconscious during a big fight, that's cool.
Well, think of the eye though.
Is it a lucid black?
It's like the blackest black. It's super illegal. It's a black vert feather. Again, black vert feathers, yellow feathers, the most illegal. But this particular black feather is something that, again, is absolutely notorious. Yeah, again, you're what you can remember from Game Cat magazine through the years and some updates through the, your blue feathers, your info feathers, say that this is, not to be, trifled with at the least. But yes, you have
definitely throw it in the river.
That's a great idea. Think how much it would be worth. So as this hippogriff, and again, it lumbers up in front of you. It is enraged. It probably, again, you don't know yet unless, it seems more animal than, somebody you want to play chess with. So at this particular moment, it's not speaking, it's roaring. There's spittle coming out. It has those really cool hippo teeth that have been kind of ground down, but have those, broken shard kind of spikes, coming out, because this one has been, maybe gnawing on other, creatures in the vert. But this guy here can't stretch out his wings. There's something wrong with his wings. Doesn't seem like he's able to fly. Seems like they were possibly doing experiments on that. But he is enraged. He has red eyes. And he's roaring, and he's going at you guys. Let's start the fight.
The wings are feathered.
Of course they are. Of course they
are.
Although, yes.
So you're just gonna bite his wings?
I'm just wondering if if they've been stealing his feathers for making feathers with or something like that.
Well,
it's the kind of weird vert recursion.
Yeah, this is a vert creature in the real world that's being obviously trapped or held against its will. How it got here, you guys have no idea. Right now, you're just wondering if you're going to be able to survive the next 10 to 15 seconds. So as it, rises up with its, eagle talons on the front there, scratching out, and of course its back legs are these lion legs that are planted solid, and its lion's tail's whipping around, its hippo head, its eagle's talons. It's ready to go. Let's see what order you guys are going to be approaching this conundrum here. And I've got my stats here. Okay. All right, so you guys are going to be rolling for initiative. And no, roll for your initiative order. There we go. And unless you guys have any, again, abilities or skills that allow you to add to it.
Yeah, I've got a 6, but I'm not trained or anything like that. So.
Okay. All right.
What will we have to be trained in to be useful?
Initiative or?
Yeah, it'll say trained in initiative.
Right. So nothing else. Okay.
Yeah, and in this circumstance, it's probably just that. Yeah,
And
you're not in the. So.
I rolled a 2, so I'll be going last.
Gotcha. All right. Shar and Jack, what'd you guys get?
I got a 13.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Nice. Okay.
What a
So
waste of 20.
you're gonna get writing down the initiative order. Yeah. And then so Mike, you got a 6, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And 2 for Rob?
Correct.
Okay. Also, I should mention, I'm going to give everybody another 2 XP because it's a new session. You know, technically this is a big encounter, but this is a new boss. This is a full session, the start of a full session. So 2 more XP to keep, to burn, to do what you like with. Perfect. Okay, and then mine is based on level. Okay, so definitely Jack is going to, Jack, you're going to be acting first, not only first in this order, but also you're going to get an extra action here. Let's say with the 20, I mean, that's a huge benefit there. You get an extra action. You figured out something with the room. Oh, and I should mention again, this is in a large room, of course, at the top of the stairs in that map there, right where you guys have been fighting people before coming up the stairs, but it is up and it is ready to fight you guys. So you're in a big room. But you figured out one more thing, and you can do action from combat or not, up to you.
I'm good. Well, I'm going to try a trick I read about in a wilderness magazine and try to appear larger than the creature. Try to scare it away. I'm actually going to use what is it called?
You think it's going after your picnic basket?
No, but hang on. I had this up.
Oh, boo boo.
I'm gonna. Oh no, I didn't actually.
You can hold too if you want.
No, I'm gonna do 2 things. So first, I'm gonna. My 2 actions are I'm going to try to. First, I want to take just a breath and try to understand this creature. I'm going to use understanding, spending 2 int to do so.
Very cool. Okay.
And then I'm going to, having studied it, I'm like how it's kind of looking at me. I'm going to try to, using my voice, soothe it and just try to enthrall it, trying to get it inside of, excuse me, beast. Ah, yes, you must be very disoriented in this world. And having just arrived, I'd like to present you a small tutorial with the nature of reality. If you just listen to me for a moment, I can assure you that you will survive this encounter well armed and ready to take on whatever adventures may lie beyond that gate. And see this.
As you say, there's absolutely eloquent soliloquy to it. I'm not even going to have you spend for it. You can see blind beast, no understanding whatsoever. Don't spend for it, but it is awesome. I'll still give you the other action, but that attempt to start down that road got met with even more like, I'm going to kill human, not listening to you. You know, it's the equivalent of a giant beast, enraged.
Okay.
But I'd love the visual of you, probably moving your hands or something as it's getting close. Also, I should say about 12 feet tall, several tons at least. Again, like the biggest lion you've ever seen meets the biggest hippo you've ever seen with, wings that are bigger than any eagle could have.
What?
What are the chances that we can convince Josiah to keep doing this for the entire round, and as it hits all the rest of our things, be like, it's working, I run.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got nothing.
If you want.
So just to be clear, so I did initiate understanding. So anything I do with this creature is automatically 1 step easier.
Correct. And you roll an int for that. Again, in the middle of combat, to land any of these automatics, we're going to do rolls.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
But it's not that I mean,
I got a 17 on.
You're fine. Great. Got it. Okay, so it's on. So you've understood not only that it is blind rage and there's no communicating with it, but it also has a hatred of you guys. But I'll give you this as well. Specifically, who looks you guys are all dressed in the camos, right?
Yeah.
You guys is everybody in camos?
I am not in camos.
I have my my dressing gown over the camo, and I'm wearing my helmet.
Okay, so if you're wearing any of the camo that can be visible, again, its captors for the last who knows how long, you guys are the absolute focus of its rage, and that's what you're understanding with it. Like, not saying it's not going to stomp on you to get, to get
Okay,
to
but
them.
I kind of see that, like, it's not really focused on me. It seems to be focusing on. Kind of look back and it's like,
and it clicks for you. It thinks, again, anything with this paramilitary's urban camos on are part of its torturous captors. So yeah,
Gentlemen,
you understand that.
You seem to be dressed like the very people it hates. Heads up. And Josiah is going to just get out of the way. He's going to run to like the side of the room to try to not quite like, how about them, but kind of like, oops, just go the other direction.
Yep. Like running of the bulls.
That's the opposite. Like he's not running away, but he's getting out. He's getting out between the between the hippogriff and the better equipped defense people behind me.
True. Nice. And that's what happens. Perfect. Okay, so next is the hippogriff in here. It sees you go through, and instead of stomping at you or biting at you or scratching at you with its giant talons in the front, it lets you go, and it jumps at who's next in order. Shar. Okay. It jumps at I almost said Smoke. Yeah. Oh. Yes, I know. It hurts. So it jumps at Winter, the Robo-Man Shed killing machine bounty hunter that has a love for puppies, it seems like, which is awesome. But right now, that's the last thing from your mind as this thing jumps at you. So roll to move out of the way of its attack with its talons out. Let me get my stats here.
Okay, let's see. I'm trained in speed defense.
Okay, that counts.
I have, why is it under?
Can I give if I'm out of the way, can I use my understanding as an asset for the rest of the party by like shouting out from the sideline what it's about to do? Yeah,
absolutely. I'll give you another one for that. Yeah, absolutely. From where you're at, until you move out of that way, you'll have to keep running around and avoiding and shouting. But I'll allow that to be
like a help
an asset
action?
for everybody. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Okay, so you're 2 down already. Do you want to use any effort?
No, but I think I still have Show Shadow active. And if I don't, then I will activate it. It's free because it's 1 inch.
Right. Okay. That'll activating that will make it I'll say make it 1 step more difficult if you're doing it in the middle of a speed defense roll, but you're up, or you can jump out of the way and then start your next action like that. Just because it's coming at you with its talons straight out. It's out of the way. I don't know. Or it's a little more difficult, but absolutely, if you want to jump out of the way and start Show Shadow, I'm all for it.
Well, this is on his turn, so I'll just jump out of the way.
Okay. All
right, so we'll just roll. Let's see what happens.
Yep, speed defense. So it's down to, down to 12. Okay.
I got a 9.
you want to use that XP, or do you want to feel be the first blood of the hippogriff in here?
I want to be the first blood.
There it is. Okay. So as again these talons come out, and
Make sure you bring enough body bags.
Yeah.
So I do have this armor, so it's going to be subtracting whatever the armor value is.
Yeah, I think it's at least 1, if not 2. I think all of them are 1, correct? Yes.
I don't know. It's pretty.
Yeah, because it is 1. They're because you have the full garb on. Okay.
Yeah. So mine's 2 then, because I have +1 to armor.
9 in. So -1, so it's 8. So you get 8 as it grabs at
but
you.
I also have natural armor, so
okay.
It's -7.
So -7. Yikes. Okay. Okay, perfect. So with your natural armor and that, it still manages to get through. These talents are Vurt world stuff, and it grabs on you, and it has one of its talons sunk in there. It's actually going to be, you're going to have to react on your turn to get out of it. It's equivalent of being grappled, but it literally is sunk into it. Now, the pain hasn't hit yet. You know it will. Right now it just feels cold. You know what's coming. You've been in enough battles, but it's about to get really bloody. And as you guys, again, see the super badass in your group get grabbed by this thing, it now turns towards the rest of you guys. And actually, Shar, you're next on the order anyway. So.
Oh, good.
Yep. 13. Yep.
Well, then I am going to wedge my gun between his teeth and shoot in his mouth.
It is close range. It's made sure to grab you and pull you close. Again, its hippo mouth is wide open. Its tongue, its breath.
Do I have a second to load that bullet in?
Peppermint and cinnamon. It smells wonderful, which is really odd. But
lovely.
It's from the Vurt world. It's got to be a little twinkly. So yeah, perfect.
I hate peppermint.
So
I want to use my fractal bullet.
Okay, I'll just assume that you loaded it when you got it. Okay. All right.
I had one, and I have 2 guns because I think Josiah gave me his.
Yeah, he did.
I loaded it in 1 gun, so I'm using that gun.
Okay, perfect. So you do that. Now it's close range. I'm looking at my charts here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it's an attack there. A regular as if you're shooting a firearm. Although it's going to be a step easier for you because it's close range. It is moving all over the place. But if you're aiming specifically for its.
Yeah, I literally shoved my arm down his throat because it's halfway in there anyway. He's got me in his mouth.
Yeah, it has you grabbed. Again, this is a huge 12-foot tall beast there. It has you grabbed. It has you pulled close. If you were to reach out with the firearm, it would still not be in its mouth.
Oh, he's got me with his arms?
Yeah, it's got you in it with the talons, and it's basically holding you like it would prey.
Oh, well, if he's got me with his talons, I'll aim for the heart then.
Okay, so just a body shot, because a called shot specifically will make it a little more difficult. But if you're just aiming for the big mass in the middle, it's just a regular shot. Okay, cool. So as it, again, has its talons in you, you're going to take a shot with the gun with the fractal bullet in it. Okay, go for it.
This poor creature has been tortured.
Yeah, you're put out of its misery.
It's Vurt. It doesn't deserve to live.
True. Well, she has no Vurt genetics in her. The Robo Man Shad are notoriously
we're genetically racist.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Blame genetics.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Right, no racist has ever done that.
Right.
Yeah, no racist has ever been.
Look at us working through everything through RPG. So you are got so it's a regular shot. Any effort or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, because again, the pain hasn't hit yet, but you're still absolutely grabbed.
I'm
Yeah, like a
real
mouse.
pissed off.
Yeah, like a mouse and an owl, absolutely. It's got you and it's going to attack. It's big hippo head. Hungry hippo head, right?
I'm spending a level of effort in speed and
Okay. 15 or above.
and I wanna shoot him in a real painful way.
Do it.
You're terrible.
Like someplace that looks like he's already been like real roughed up by something, just because it'll hurt more.
It looks absolutely, again, you've never even seen or heard of anything specific like this. You're still trying to figure out where the feathers stop and where the fur starts and why has it got a hippo head. But right now it just looks really messed up. So anywhere you hit is going to be a bad spot.
I am trained in inflicting pain through torture.
Perfect. Well, it is certainly a torture. You can continue making it feel like you guys are the tongueless, the
and I'm already dressed in the outfit that he hates, so
I'll take it. Okay, so now it drops down one more. Sure.
All right.
Also, Jack,
Jack's got
it. So you've got. What are you yelling from the sideline? I'll give you one phrase each time at the beginning of each time to yell as advice, whether it's taken or not, from the sidelines as you're running.
Get it!
Yes, perfect. That's an asset. Okay, sniper system. Yes.
Oh my God, Winter is a horrible person. Okay.
So just 12 or above to hit now with a drop 3.
Oh shit! I got a 20.
Excellent. Okay, let's say, well, this is a fractal bullet anyway. So yes, how about this? You want to take a shot with your second gun? Go for it.
All right.
Take another shot with the 20, and then we'll deal with the fact that it just got hit with a fractal bullet in a second, because it was a direct hit, like in the freaking heart.
Oh well, the second one was a 6.
Okay, so but
I did it anyway, and it looked cool.
It certainly did. Now it hits. I'm going to roll. I know I'm not supposed to as a GM here, but I want to see how many rounds. Okay, I'm using, just for fun, because this is what I do with any of you guys, a 12-sided die. Let's see how many. Okay. All right. I'm not letting you guys know, but yes. All right. And so yes, it hits, and the fractal starts spreading insanely quickly. You can already see it, flashing out. There's bits of light flashing out, the swirls, the patterns, the fractal virus, which spins out. So this bullet turns matter. Well, the light is matter, but it turns solid into light. So it, cell by cell as this virus fractals out. So this is what happened to, well, I'm not going to say it. Spoilers for those who haven't read Vurt yet. But this is a big part of Jeff Noon's Vurt. Anyway,
shame on anyone who's on that list and watching.
Yeah, I get that. What is this? What is this? 1994? Yeah, it's been around for a bit. No excuse.
So is it spoiler time? Should we talk about Endgame now?
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
So Mrs. Emma Peel shows up and turns to dust. Yeah. So here it is. Okay, with those 3, direct hit, and it starts to spiral out, and it is twice as enraged right now, and it squeezes in even harder. It feels like for you, Winter, when you're caught. So yes, that is what happens, and it still has you totally wrapped up or totally secured in this, but it now is looking down at this swirling light bit, and it doesn't know what's happening.
And she says, "Go back where you came from."
Nice. Very Roboman shit.
Somehow.
Well, yeah. Well, if you say modist, it's better.
So, yeah.
Remember, modes of being,
Modist.
and the fact that technically a Roboman Chad being angry at a dog man is so removed that we're all just goofy. So okay. Perfect. So that's happening to you now, Mike. We've got Engel, another Robo-Man Shad. You are up. You see this happening to your compadres, and what you doing?
For lack of having any particularly good understanding of the situation, yeah, we must have 2 people who are down by a gun because I had 2 last time too. So I'm just gonna.
Pete gave away his gun too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like
Nice.
I don't know what else to do. Bang.
That's awesome.
Right? Like,
Perfect. Nice. So wait, Josiah, what do you yell from the sidelines as he raises his gun?
Get it again!
Nice. Excellent. Hey, you don't even know why it's inspiring you, but somehow, he's doing it. So
from the opposite side of the room, in like the Ukrainian accent, you can like, thanks for that insight.
Perfect. So
It's a race! It's a chase! Hurry up and shoot its face!
Okay, so it's a regular attack. Are you using any effort, or do you have any skills or anything that apply?
I'm practiced in all weapons. I'll spend 2 levels of effort.
Okay, so
That would be
Okay.
4 with edge. 2, 3, 4. Do that. Okay. Yeah, 3 range.
and what'd you get? 12 or above, 12 or above.
I got an opportunity to spend XP.
Hey, I'll take it.
Okay, so I'll do that. Survey says, yeah, no, even worse the second time around. That was great. I got
gotcha.
a 3. So
You didn't know ones, so
no, there's
You failed to get it!
shattered glass. Yeah, Josiah probably gets to like do one of these because there's like shattered glass from a light fixture on that side of the room now. But yeah, nobody like accidentally catches a bullet.
It's still ricocheting around the room as we get to the next there. So T-Bone the Disco Spider, who's been observing this the entire time. Now, what are you thinking?
I'm going to use my staff to pole vault over him to end up behind him.
Nice. I'll take it. Okay.
Grab some feathers on your way.
12 feet tall, and it's moving all over the place, and it has something here. To get to the other side of it is possible, but even you realize it's pretty damn difficult, but doable. This is
Yes.
Liverpool. Let's make it happen.
I'm trained in jumping and running. I'm not
Okay.
sure. They're both separate
An asset.
skills.
You're going to use both.
Yeah.
So there's one asset. You will get advice from Josiah, what is Josiah going to say as you can see T-Bone getting ready to, do the summer games here?
Lean with your back, sir! With your back!
Nice. Again, this might be whether you take that or not. That's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah. I'm wearing my helmet so you cannot see me roll my eyes. All of them.
Mhm.
All eyes.
In an inspired way, though. It's an inspired rolling of the eyes.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so go for it.
Spend speed pool, I guess, on that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll spend
So
one
one
level
of effort. And with Josiah, so now 2. Okay. Still okay. All right. Go for it.
All right. I roll a 17.
Nope.
Nice. What? It wasn't
You say
enough?
nope?
Nope. Jumping over a 12-foot drops it. If you have dropped it 2, it's now down to 18. Sorry to give
Pole
you.
vaulting. Pole vaulting is for high jumps.
Yes. So
I am trained in jumping and then separate entry for running. So
yeah, but you're using both running and the jumping. I have to. Yeah.
Okay, well then what?
Yeah, that's
You don't
2
fall.
assets.
Wait.
You don't fall at all. You can go to the side of it, but you just can't get all the way over again. A
Can
12
you land on the back?
writhing and the ceilings aren't quite so huge.
Can
But
I land on his back?
Yeah. How about this? GM intrusion. Yes, you're halfway over it, and you realize you're not going to clear it. You can land on its back for an XP, knowing that that is going to complicate everything, but maybe might work out for you. It's pretty badass. 1 XP for you and 1 XP for whoever else.
Josiah gets an XP for his inside.
Lean with the I'm gonna say this. You probably, whether you realize it or not, his advice to lean with the back was, if you would have followed a little bit more, you maybe would have cleared this thing. But hey, no way to know. That's what he'll be thinking, at least. Okay, you are on its back, and we'll continue the combat with you on its back. Now, on its back also means that you're in between wings that are trying to kind of, knock you off. So each round you're going to have to, again, rodeo style, stay on if you want to. But, and it's, again, it's 12 feet tall and it's bucking its back, trying to get you off of its back. So, yep, GM intrusion that is, and good. That's fun. Okay, top of the order again. Josiah, are you going to continue running?
I mean, I can't do much more. It's got no understanding.
Just slap him.
I'm not getting anywhere.
Put me out.
Yeah, I can't really do much more. I'm holding my action until I come up with a better plan.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm just running. I'm running around, getting out of its way, finding like little corners.
Mm-hmm.
Your inspiration's been very helpful, if not
awesome.
very eloquent.
Okay, so you're holding. Next is me, the hippogriffin. Winter feels the claws inside. All of a sudden, the pain is starting to hit, but it gets really hot, searing, from cold to hot. And that's when all of you guys see this gigantic Vurt beast, the hippogriffin, scream and turn into light, because that's what I rolled.
Oh.
So that fractal virus took 1 round to bring this thing to its knees. Obviously, nothing's healing it or doing anything. So it explodes into light. Everybody here now is going to be rolling to deal with being in the, you guys have seen this before. There is a blast that goes out when someone, turns into a body of pure light that you guys are going to have to deal with. But
I thought you were going to say turn into Buster Poindexter and he's feeling hot.
Oh, so underrated.
It's going to go badly for Winter.
Well, yeah, so this is everybody dealing with the force of a shockwave of light and energy, and it's a shockwave. It's the equivalent, almost like a sonic boom, but more visceral somehow. Okay, so everybody roll for a speed defense here, just to see how you guys are doing. Winter, yours is going to be 1 step more difficult than everybody else's, quite obviously, but just to last through it. Okay.
Speed defense. So mine will be 1 easier.
Yeah, I'm
correct.
in it too.
Everyone should be 1 easier, because I'm shouting, "Everyone duck!" I got a 13.
Absolutely. You held your action. So you can act before, as this thing starts to explode. I'll allow you, that in. So yes, everybody also gets a step down from Josiah's wonderful advice. Oh, I rolled 1. Okay. So
I'm afraid.
I rolled a 3 with 2 assets. So.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
Rolled a 15.
Okay. And Shar, what'd you roll?
12.
Okay.
With
and Mike,
the 2 assets minus 1. Maybe minus the extra 1.
So you rolled a 12. But
I
it
have
was
2 assets,
okay.
But mine was 1 harder.
Got it. Okay. And Mike, what'd you roll? You said a 3?
I rolled a 3 and I had 2 assets.
Okay. Do you want to re-roll or not?
Yeah.
You don't. It's a shockwave. I'm not gonna, you guys have seen big stuff like this before, but it also depends on the length of the fractal virus as it, builds up and then explodes. So I'll say that so you don't have to overdo it. Do you want to just take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So those that got 12 or above, because it was dropped down 2, so it's dropped 18, 15, 12. But Shar, yours was 15 to hit. Okay, so those that got hit, the 2 of you that did get hit, that's 6 points of damage coming in, just a shock wave, and you guys are knocked to your back. Again, in this particular instance, there's no enemies right there, so you being on your back isn't the end of the world. This happening mid-fight would be different. Okay, and again, it's just 6 damage. Your armor is not going to help you with this. Again, it's not a shock wave, it's not sonic, but there's, this is, I guess it's fractal as it booms through. So deduct accordingly. Is anybody down? Has anybody depleted their pool to 0? Probably not.
How bad was it if you failed?
Wait,
6.
and I missed what was failure?
6.
12, you got it.
Okay.
And
12 and mine was 15, so I think I barely 15.
So if you made it, it's 6 points, and if you failed it...
Wait, no. The overall is an 18, but everybody had 1 asset. I think everybody used 2 assets, correct?
Yes.
I only had the 1 asset because unless you counted the fact that I was already running as an asset.
Okay.
Unless you're trained in running.
I'm not. So I only had 1 asset, which means it's a 15 for me, and I'm at a 13, so I failed, and I take 12?
No, just 6.
Oh,
6
okay.
damage.
Okay.
Again, it's a
So
shock.
it was originally
and
an 18.
Yes, correct.
My
it was
target
18.
was 15. I got a 12, so I got hit.
No, sorry. I should rephrase that. It was 18. Sorry, because I had deducted it for you already down. So yours would have been 21 instead of 18.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm totally hit, and I'm out of might.
Okay. You're totally out of might?
Yep.
Okay, so you'll roll as everybody gets knocked back, or at least down, and not falling down. Some of you, you're gonna roll for your. I don't have the.
This is not helping my dislike of Vurt creatures. I need
No,
a
definitely
character art
not.
where I learned to love the Vurt.
So your temporary. I don't have the PDF open, unfortunately, right now. But your not lasting damage. Your let's see. Let me look through here. Every time a pool drops to 0, we roll on not temporary. Why am I not remembering?
Yeah, the
not
damage
lasting.
track kind of
Yeah,
thing.
lasting damage. It's the one like sprains.
I'm impaired.
Yeah, impaired. Yeah. So the table itself, you're going to roll for the injury table. Sorry, again, I don't have a PDF. I should, and I don't even
grab
have
it. I got it.
cover with me. So as you're figuring that out, and then let us know as far as what you'll roll. Yes, the others again have been knocked down. There's just one little feather, drifting down that was part of this hippogriffin that is slowly turning into light as well, and absolutely disintegrates into light before it hits the ground. So there is nothing.
I'm still unclear as someone who failed how bad I got hit.
At 6, just 6 points of damage. But if it happens to drop your might pool down to 0, you'll be rolling for this temporary injury there. But no, it's just 6 points of damage.
Okay. I'm just checking that it was the same. Because I did not make the resistance roll.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So 6 points of damage that is not negated by
got it.
The armor. Yeah. All right.
Lasting damage effects. Oh, good.
Yep. Okay. So as it explodes here, we're going to go to the Dovecot section again. Let us know when we come back. Shar will roll for what your injury is, or you let us know. So at the exact same moment, on 2 districts down, you're going to be Buzz here is trying to get back to his friends, and you do again know the direction, and you're doing that as you're flying, which is even better. And now you're going to roll for, and this is a new table I get to use just for this adventure. Okay, you're going to roll, first of all, roll a navigation roll to get your way, and you're 1 step down because you've never been to Liverpool. You've never even seen a map of Liverpool.
Gotcha. Rolled an 18.
Excellent. Okay, you got that. Okay, perfect. So now roll, oh good. Roll a D6.
6.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3.
You're rolling really well, Pete.
Yeah, it's because I'm not anywhere that's important.
Yes.
As soon as I have to identify a vert feather or shoot somebody, then it'll be Chris.
Nice. Okay, so you have found a cipher, a non-feathered cipher. So yeah, so roll in the cipher table there. If it's a feather of any kind, re-roll. But you have found, as you're zipping through here and there, you're realizing again, Liverpool is not as crowded as Manchester, which is really kind of nice, but it also is, it's even shadier, and there's all these people coming out and dropping off suitcases and then running away, and then someone else showing up and grabbing the suitcase and running off. It's a bunch of shadiness happening. But you happen to see one of these little drop-offs where someone has left something of value out that you could probably pick it up and keep flying.
Okay.
So
I rolled a 34 on a D100.
Excellent. And that is, I think it's on like page 360 or so. Shoot, what is the table?
Almost at the page.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, here we go. 34 is another
Mhm.
Janus Fontaine record.
Listen.
The whole set.
Another, like you already have one?
I had one. I traded it to somebody else.
Me.
I think. Didn't I trade it to you? Yeah. What did I trade it for? Because
The math magician thing.
Yep.
oh yeah, the unsolved equation. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, trust me,
Got another one.
this is adding, this is definitely adding to the campaign. We're now at a point where you have 2 of the 7 legendary Janus Fontaine records, which are beyond ultra rare. I think, isn't there even a
Quit my
list?
job and become a DJ for the 6 days I have left to live.
Nice. So you'll so which record is it? I think in the
I'm getting there right now. Let's see. There's I'm gonna roll a D20 and ignore anything above 7 because that's what the button is on the thing here. So let's see. Man, really, I am rolling really well. 5. Holy crap! I just rolled a bunch of good rolls. My rolls are gonna be crap for the rest of the day.
That's good.
Sooner Than Summertime.
Oh, nice. That's a great one. So perfect. So Sooner Than Summertime, and what was the other one you had that you traded?
I had Torture's Garden.
Yeah, so Torture's
Char has that
Garden and Sooner Than Summertime. So let's keep a note of that because again, 2 out of those, are there 7 records if I remember correct?
Correct.
Okay, so 2 out of the 7, you want to talk, even people that aren't into, the shady, buying and selling kind of world, which most of you are, know that this is a fortune you got in your hands. You want to sell a set of 2 of the original 7 Janus Fontaine records all day. So enjoy that, but you'll have to bring it back. So you're now carrying a record.
I also, what's the cipher level?
Yeah, cool.
I rolled a 3 on a D6, but I don't remember if it starts at 1 or if it starts at 2.
To be honest, with the Janus Fontaine records, you'll do it unless you guys are going to start, using like Olympic Splitter or start using Sonic Warfare or actually use it. It won't come too much into play. It's still just as valuable, no matter the level.
I was going to say, I don't know if level 6 is worth more.
No, it's all street value is exact. It's just if anybody uses it, it'll have a particular level. So good. So that's what's happening on you, and you're now zipping through Liverpool. And actually, again, since you're not bothered by this terrible smell of this, this industrial, port, mega city, or what wants to be a mega city.
Sounds like mom's home cooking.
and you're off, zipping down the streets in the ginnels and passing, pubs with really furious looking people inside it, and passing fist fights, and, people, kicking, old people in the street. It's just really some mean shit happening in Liverpool. So
While
that's
having
your
Penny Lane to myself.
True. So you'll have one more, when we get back to you, you have one more navigation to get now, because you're now at the edge of Dovecot, at the end of Dovecot and the beginning of, what is the other one? I'll have it. But Swan, or Old Swan, correct? Yeah. So you're the next one is going to be you going through the last district before you get to Rope Walk. So cool.
Gotcha.
You have cool. Okay, back to our, this explosion that's just happened of light. Let's see. At this moment, it's totally silent. I mean, maybe ringing in your ears or something, but it's totally silent. You don't hear more footsteps coming from below. You don't hear sirens. Again, this is Liverpool. You don't hear anybody outside gathering. You guys feel, at least for the moment, you can take your rests, lick your wounds if you have to, make sure that your soiled garments are perhaps, traded out or something like that. But yes, now is the time for you guys to rest, like I said, and also recap. Now, let's see that map again, if we could. So on this map, and you guys have the map as well, players here, you now have access to everything. This bottom room of the subterranean level, you've only been to the first room there. So basically anywhere you want to go is fine. Remembering that the front entrance there still has this van that's been crashed through and blocking most of it. But that was part of your big entrance there. The back entrance, as you can see, this room there at the top, at least of the map, that's where this battle has just taken place. Yes, and you guys have also, again, seen that that middle part that looks like the cages there is where those dogs were. Again, you've opened it up. So
and we have a ghost cat floating around here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let that thing out.
Yep,
Since Buzz is out of the action for a second, Pete is going to step away for a minute.
Absolutely, no problem at all. Yes, so the ghost cat, while no one saw it, yes, that breaking of the glass and it rushing past, and you can hear it. Yes, there is a ghost cat wandering around. Again, maybe not nearly as lethal as the hippogriffin you guys just went up against, but it's also a Vurt creature. Yeah, therefore there was a reason they were working on it. Anybody have Vurt world knowledge, or?
I think as a party, we should take a moment to consider the fact that these commandos seem to have been somehow bringing creatures out of the Vurt world into the real world. What type of mechanical device would they need to do that? And is that device here? That seemed like it'd be worth something.
Mm-hmm. Winter, explain, to let everybody know what you've now found yourself, was it limping or something?
Yeah, so Winter has taken, I got a 3. I've got minor muscle damage, which makes all my movement tests one step harder. So she's like trying not to show it because she's got to be all badass, right? She's like real pissed off, and she's just like, she's got like this robot jaw. It's like just clenched, like she's grinding her teeth. And she's like maybe cracked a real tooth that's left. She's gonna have to replace that later. Nice.
Yeah, and the holes, the 4 holes, the talon marks that were in there, again, are not, you're not bleeding out at all. But that's obviously part of the overall tissue damage and everything. So yeah, you're going to be okay.
Fix that shoulder.
Yeah, the cracking the last human tooth in your jaw, your iron jaw. Perfect. Okay, so that's what you found. Now, you guys again had looked through this map, had done a cursory search of everything in the top level. Again, it found this ghost cat that had been let out and may have already gotten out through either the back or the front entrance, maybe not. The dogs the pure dogs that had been experimented on, the gates are unlocked. You did that last session, and they're all in the back of, trembling and terrified in the back. You had one that you said that you had already kind of started developing a bond with here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this particular one, describe this dog again. It's whatever it is, it looks like it's been mistreated for quite a while, but what does it look like, and how is it either following or how is it interacting with you right now?
So I want to pick up that one feather that drifted down.
Turned into light before.
Aw.
Yeah. Yep. That's what happens.
I walk over to the dog's cage a little bit stiffly.
Mm-hmm.
And this dog is he's like one of those mean, like, hunting dogs.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously he's not looking mean right now.
Mm-hmm. And it's obviously scared of any type of thing. It's not equating the camo with the bad guys because it's using its nose more than the hippogriffin was necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But you are you're the only, because you already rolled and started that last session. You're the only one that's going to get even near at this point. It is as scared of your companions as it ever was of any of these paramilitary engineers experimenting on it. So it will not shake its fear of everybody else easily. So
yeah.
You, on the other hand, can get to the point where, let's say at the beginning here, that it'll follow you a safe distance behind,
Yeah,
maybe
I've got some rations that I carry with me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna occasionally just toss them to him.
Okay. He will do it because, again, he's skin and bones, has sores all over, it's missing a tooth here and there. It looks like, there's all these suture marks and everything. They were doing some bad stuff. So yeah, it now, again, 5 to 10 feet behind you at all times. Think of a wolf at this point, like that level of, I guess, interaction. Anything more at this point, you'll scare it away forever. So it's still very tenuous. And you can, at any point, if you want to name it or do anything like that, it's all up to you, because each day that goes on, you'll have you roll for that, until you get to a certain point. I have it in the book here. To continue this relationship. So the rations are where it's at right now, and it's doing it. Anybody else? Let's see. You guys have looked around, figured you've found enough of things of value up there in the top level and that bottom room, or the first room in the subterranean level. But again, you haven't explored past that, and you, of course, know from this hand-drawn map that there are indeed 2 more rooms, and then a ladder and a sub room and all this other stuff, but you haven't gotten past that yet. So is everybody needs probably taking your short rest, your 10-minute, you want to take an hour rest at this point, that's totally doable. No 10-hour sleepy time that you feel is safe, but you want to take, your first 2 rests to put the pools up, go for it and roll, and you can get that back. Now,
Yeah,
that
I was just gonna say I wanted to. So let's see, we're tier 1, so it's +1. Ooh, 6 + 1 is 7.
And also, at the end of the session today, we'll be granting the XP to your characters, and again, at the right time. So you guys are going to be advancing as well after this, because again, you guys have been grinding through the fights here. you certainly have some XP coming. So what you're going to learn from this combat time is certainly going to appear very soon. All right. Okay. So yes, where again, it's quiet. There's no cops. There's no other paramilitary people right now. There's no anything. There's no sounds, except for maybe the dogs shivering at the end of their runs. The other 5. So yes, what are you guys up to?
Okay.
Let's see. Well, so yeah, take the 1 hour. It would take a bit of a respite. Are we allowed to take the 10-minute and the 1 hour, or do we have to take one or the other?
No,
You
can take the short rest.
Wait an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
the breather.
I rolled a 2 on my 10-minute one, so I'm like, we'll take the. I got a 4 on that.
You do have the breather first if you haven't used it. So you have the breather.
Do action 10 minutes, 1 hour.
Yeah.
Right. So you can get up to 3 rolls if you haven't used it yet. In fact, everybody can do 3 rolls.
Yeah. Okay. So that gives me I got a 2, a 4, and a 5.
Okay. Again, distribution any way you want.
You get +1 for your tier to each roll.
Oh, well then I should be. All right, we'll do that, and then we're gonna do that. Turn this 14, and yeah, Josiah is no longer almost zeroed.
Nice.
I'm back
Perfect.
to healthy, but I still have my lasting damage.
Yeah. True. Okay. So let's see. So actually, this is a perfect time. You guys again know that there's these 2 rooms here. Again, this last time before we break, if we could see that map here, and you guys, players can see the map there. You have these 2 rooms here. To get through this door in the subterranean level, to get through this door that has a panel on both sides, it's it's a panel with tech. You again have to do something about it, but it's not open, and it requires a key and an actual digit, some type of code. So that's what you're going to be dealing with. Let's do this before you guys open that. We'll take our 10-minute break because it's perfect timing, and then we'll come right back. And if you guys want to start from opening that door and exploring further in, or leaving, or doing whatever you want to do, you guys can do that. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so we'll just take our 10-minute break, and that is that.
Okay. Cool. See everybody in a few minutes then.
Nice. I'm also going to look.
Redacted. That means you lost it, right?
Nice. Speed defense 2. Okay. So you're going to take, what is it? Falling wall. It's 8. It's heavy. Yeah, it's 8 points. This is a giant wall.
Oh.
It's. Do you want to roll for XP? Or XP for reroll. You don't have to.
Yeah, I think I will, because my might pool is only 7.
Yeah.
Your old might pool. Come on.
Might want to do that.
So that's a D20.
Perfect. Oh, I should say, have you you've had time to stop and rest. So you've had the first three, the short rest, 10 seconds or whatever, the 10 minutes. You've had them all?
I was back to full at the end of last session is what we said. Is that I had
Okay.
enough time to rest after I fell.
Perfect. So you only have 7 might pool to begin with.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's tier 1.
So yeah, I'm going to spend a XP and re-roll.
Yep, makes sense.
And I rolled a 9.
For a falling wall, that's a 12. Do you have speed trained in speed defense? Some asset?
Any kind of moving stuff?
Nope.
Okay, so you're taking 8.
Armor, ward, anything like that?
Okay, so 8
Extra
damage
legs.
comes in. You're gonna roll.
Is it
on
an even
the-
numbered Tuesday? It's like, come on, give us something to work with.
If only you guys were close enough to give him this great advice.
Could I frame wrap out of the way?
No.
Framework?
No, not. This would be the speed defense just to
Gotcha.
react. It was happening so fast. Although believe it or not, there is quite literally a light at the end of this tunnel. But as it's falling on you, again, you're going to take the damage there. We're just going to drop it. You're going to have to roll on this. What page is it, Char? With the minor muscle damage. Shoot, the effect here. Again, I usually have the physical copy with me. I just don't have it today, so I have it all bookmarked. So you're going to roll on that that table that to see what type of damage you get because you dropped
permanent injury.
Correct. So as you're looking for this as well, I'll also describe. So again, as it's falling on you, you can see that here it is. As the wall falls in the PC, it reveals a way out. Okay. Oh, nice. They're excited. Okay, so you can actually see that this wall that's fallen has revealed a room here that has, basically a side wall of what looks like a kitchen has fallen down on top of you. And yes, while you're quite literally crushed by these bricks and, it's going to result in an injury, you can see in this kitchen and it's really crappy. There's a calendar actually on the wall. It's an interactive calendar, interactive game cat calendar kind of thing with the face, and so it looks like a crappy little place. But what you can see on this kitchen table is a pile full of cash, absolutely, and a envelope and a manila envelope. So one of those size, like an 8x10 document style, that also is kind of put on the same table. So whether it's connected or not, those are the only two things on his table: a pile of cash, there's all the quid, more quid than you've ever seen in one spot, most likely, perhaps. But you found a treasure trove of stuff.
Nice.
What happened though, as far as your...
I rolled a 1 on the D6, which is a broken arm. I just fixed that.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah. I think you'll roll with this. Let's say this. I won't count it as a permanent injury, but let's say that this one here, you just fixed it, and it broke off. You're going 5 legs from here on out. It just, unless you...
I can do that. I hover most of the time anyway.
True. And actually now you have the money to, get modded out. If you want 8 legs, you can have 8.
I'm about to swallow those.
You say what?
Oh, I said you should just use that extra leg as a club.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, yes, it's
Okay.
you still take.
So I put my broken off leg and as much cash as I can carry into the bag, the satchel I have with me.
Now, here's the thing: as much as you can carry, well, you could still carry just about as much as they could. You're strong enough, even though you're smaller in stature. There's no problem. So. Let's say that this is a pile of cash. get to roll. I get to roll. I have all these things now that in this adventure where I have things like saying, GM gets to roll, because we never get to in the Cypher system. Poor me.
You get to focus on the story.
9. Story, Shmori. Who cares? It's all about combat and XP. Loot, 9.
Yeah. Min-max for life.
9 plus 16, 25. Okay. You ready for this? You are absolutely, you are hanging. It's nearly impossible to keep going. You loaded yourself down with 25K in quid. Something big was about to go down. This money is in the midst of a transit of something, but literally one of the walls fell down and opened it. That's the GM intrusion part of it. So yeah, so that's a big complication as far as, you'll still have to take the, I forget what it is with the broken arm. It's like -2, or a difficulty of all physical tasks increased by, yeah. So you'll be okay for now.
You're fine.
So
you got extra.
Yep, you're zipping through. Again, you failed the navigation roll, so you're not quite there at them yet. You didn't get through because you took the time to load up. Also, the manila
I
envelope.
rolled randomly, so I'm giving the extra XP to Rob.
Cool, excellent. All right, so the manila envelope as well is there. You can see it's. Well, I figure you open it, unless you don't.
Oh no, I'm open.
Perfect. So in there, here's the crazy part.
It's one of those rattlesnake things.
Imagine that. In there is a map, not a hand-drawn, but it looks like something that was an image from perhaps, plans, blueprints or something. That shows exactly the same map that you guys have on the hand-drawn stuff of that place, that warehouse in Rope Walks. So that's all you see. You don't see, there's no like hat rack with a camo, helmet sticking out. There's no other signs pointing to anything specific with a connection other than the fact that this is a layout of the same thing. And it does show the subterranean level. The only difference is this one here does not show, and let's see that map one more time just so we can overdo it for everybody watching. The bottom right of the map there, the end point of the second room has a ladder going down, at least in the hand-drawn map. It has a hole with a ladder going down, and that's all that the hand-drawn map is. The map that you have now, the official one, I guess the Liverpool, city, version, does not show that hole whatsoever. So that's not there. Everything else seems, it's just the layouts. It doesn't say something is here or there, but this particular one sheet, this manila envelope, shows the layout of the subterranean level, but does not show the hole. So that's.
So I randomly stumbled onto another deal by these people in a different part of town.
You're damn close to Rope Walks at this point.
Okay.
But yes, it's pretty odd that, again, the wall just happened to fall on you as well. So call it serendipity, or mathematician would be losing their brain over the the possibilities of these two things happening. But yes, you do.
It's like there's some omnipotent evil being that's causing bad things to happen to you.
Yeah.
Almost as if it's get this item to somebody by this point is on a list. So yes, you have a connection, absolute proof. Nice, excellent. He knows. You have proof that somebody else knows that the city, that it's officially done. Yeah, you're going to need it. It's going to get some cosmic horror happening. So you're very close to Rope Walks, but you didn't pass, so we'll pick up with you in just a second. Okay, back to the warehouse that, again, this very infamous warehouse that everybody seems to know has a subterranean level. You guys are in front of this door. Again, there's a panel. It's shut. They look like a steel door, perhaps. All of these are, pretty solid doors above as well. But there's a panel to the side. Again, it requires a key that goes in, as well as an actual code, 6-digit code. So kind of old school as far as what most people have. But again, it's like, this is like 4 doors in at this point. I guess they're not expecting everybody to breach through everything. So, and it's closed. What you up to?
Well, if nobody else has ideas, Angel's gonna be like, I guess I'm the one on doing lock.
Yep. Nice.
I assume someone stops me at that point.
You hope. In this group, I don't know, man.
Do we have to play the Jeopardy
stop
theme until
Robo
someone
Man.
does to make sure it doesn't happen here?
Dude, no one stops a Robo Man shed. Let them do whatever they want.
Josiah's just gonna back up. Just
So
There goes
does
our voice of
anybody have
reason.
does anybody have any background? I'm sure you guys all have some type of nefarious background, but something specifically having to do with either breaking in or hacking or picking locks or general thievery and
I'm a bounty
Lord.
hunter. I break in
Kind-
to
I
hunt.
give you an asset for it, but it'd still be untrained. Anybody have any specific skills or anything that can help you in? Okay.
I mean, I have
So for
some of the plugs in stuff, but it's all based around driving. Like,
Yeah. And this
I could
is
jack
old
into
school.
it, but I'm not going to know what I'm doing with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually an old school one. Again, like you would see
I
40
could
years
just
before.
cut it down. I have a monoblade.
You feel that, again, this is some steel stuff. You could try it. Yeah, you could absolutely try it. Or if you want to use the blade to somehow manipulate this somehow.
I mean, I'll let the hacker, I'll try the whole hacking method. Everybody can try hacking and that sort of thing, lock picking first.
Okay,
But I'm trained in smashing. And
gotcha.
Are
Well,
you literally trained in smashing? Is it on your sheet like smashing?
yes, it is.
Our professor,
wait,
Dr. Chris Banner,
if we're going to go that route, then I do have a plan. And I'm going to start sizing up the doorways to see if I can get the van through it. Like,
nice.
down the stairs. Yeah.
Drive it down the. Oh, perfect. Okay, so yes, you again as a bounty hunter, the knowledge gives you an asset on that. Just smashing through it to get through the door. You feel it's going to be pretty difficult,
But
challenging.
how about the
actually.
wall next to it?
It's all pretty solid once you get to the subterranean level. But smashing, you can do it. You feel if you can, again, Fonzie it at the right angle, you might be able to pop this thing. So let's go for it. You're going for the smashing.
All right, does anyone want to try this with the lockpick before I just smash the shit out of it? Anyone?
It looks like
Nobody has a lock
No?
pick.
All right.
All right, go for it. So 15. Drop it down. Are you using any
check
effort?
check the pockets on your camos to see if there's a key. That's
Oh yeah. Are there any keys?
Yeah, everybody checks. No, it doesn't happen to be a key.
No. Well, I got my brass knuckles.
Or a note that
yeah,
shows.
post-it note with like a 6-digit number. Yeah.
See? Yeah. Yes. But again, you feel like your approach might just work. You've done this in a few, raids before.
All right, I
perhaps.
reach into my pocket, come out with my knuckles. Actually, doesn't this armor have brass knuckles built in?
Yeah, they have it actually in the gloves themselves. It's the equivalent
Well, I
of.
put
Yeah,
mine on top.
that's legit. Okay, yeah, sure. Which, whether it does more damage or not, probably not. But
it looks
it's pretty
cooler.
rad. It way cooler. Okay, so you go for that. Are you using any effort? It would be int effort actually, even though it's a might thing. It has to do with angle or something because
correctly
you have the string. Pardon?
to like get it in the right spot, kind of. Int?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of the angle you remember that probably
right.
it might.
I'll spend a level of int. That takes
Okay.
2 from my pool because I have an edge.
Oh, good. Okay. 15, 12, 9. Okay. Roll for it.
And let's
9
see.
9.
I'm trained in smashing.
Yep, I got that third.
And we've got the bounty hunter thing. I think that's all I got.
13, 12, 9. Okay.
Let's do this.
9 or above, 9 or above.
I got a 12.
Yeah, nice. You tell me. Yeah, there it is. And
then one
sparks
more
fly.
and like an uppercut to the panel, just like with this knuckle out, and it just like pops it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it reminds everybody watching. It reminds them of your favorite Vurt feather as a kid, which is called Vurt Fighter 2, where the dudes would punch the cars in the middle of the levels until they exploded, and there's all these sparks. It was really cool. And
Dugan!
Dugan!
Take this, Benz. And yeah, so yeah, that's about what it looks like to the outsiders. So it's pretty slick. It pops off, and the doors you can just see kind of a little bit open. And now you know at this point it's just going to take a strength, or it's going to take your strength, or some, to just open it. But you've gotten it through. It's unlocked. It's now just getting through the heavy steel, which you have a few of you guys probably make it. So okay, so it's there to open it. It's going to be a strength roll for anybody trying. If 2 people want to do it, I'll allow an asset.
Pat Josiah on the back, like, right there, buddy.
Josiah's in the back. You can do it.
Nice. There it is.
If I were there, I would use my spare arm as a crowbar.
Perfect. You're so close. The theme music is going to swell when you guys. It's going to be slow motion of an embrace. I know it. Incredible journey through Liverpool. All right. So go for a strength. Are 2 people, 1 person, 2 person?
I'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to use effort, you don't really have to. I mean, you can, but maybe not. It's not that difficult.
Pick up something to use as a lever.
Okay.
Some kind of piece of metal.
So with 2 people, just 1 person's going to roll, but with 2 people doing it, it goes down 1 for that. All right. So just 1 person rolls. Don't worry about it.
You've been in charge so far. Go for it.
Do it.
Okay. 14.
Got it. Okay. It just had to be a 6 or more at that point. Okay. So yes, the 2 of you guys, it's wide open. And now you are in this second middle level here. Okay. Sorry, not middle level. It's a subterranean level, but it's the second room. You can see from the far wall, about 25, 30 feet in front of you, is another closed door, similar to one you just broke through, with the same kind of panel allowing it in. The room itself, however, let's see here. Yes, the room itself has, okay. Okay, whoever broke through, so Shar, you're gonna roll 1d6 twice right now to see what's in this room. This is a table adventure. I'm enjoying that.
Let's see. 3.
Okay, got it. And
5.
again, and a 5. Okay, perfect. Okay, so puzzle with the treasure 3. Okay, so you can see in this room there is there are pieces of shadow tech, devices, materials. It doesn't look like there's anything fully assembled, just kind of here and there. It's a fairly open room. It looks like they've been testing something, because there's a red circle painted around, with markings. It looks as if they were measuring some type of something in this, just painted on. There's also other evidence of restraining things.
Ooh, I'll take some
Basically.
of those.
Yeah, so let's do a regular either int roll for everybody, or something to kind of put this together, or if you have another ability to figure out. Again, this is some weird stuff. It's testing, but there's just a little something else. And let's see if you guys, again, a basic int roll. And don't worry about effort or anything. This is, well, unless you want.
Josiah got a 12.
Okay.
Yep, me
Anybody
too.
else? Or everybody else? You too?
Angel got a 20.
Oh, okay, good.
Cancel that out with a 4.
What'd you get, Rob? Can you talk louder?
What?
Can you talk louder, Rob?
Yes, 4.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the 12s, you guys again are figuring out there's something. This looks like restraining. You're looking at the markings on the floor. T-Bone the Disco Spider is definitely looking up at the ceiling and not quite seeing any connection. However, Angle here, let's see, with a 20, you definitely put it together. This is
straps,
where
restraints. I understand this place. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. The Robo Man Shed's like, I know. So this is definitely where they were containing and had been holding the Hippogriffin. So it had been at one point, in this red circle, painted on the floor, and you can actually see anchored eye hooks or whatever they are on the wall. It had been basically on all sides, Gulliver's Travel style, pulled and held down to the floor with these steel cords. So this is absolutely a room 100% to make sure that anything in this red circle stays put, and the red circle takes up most of the room there. So that's what you're getting from it. Okay, so yes, that's what you see. The other part, let's see, 3. That was a 3, a 5. Okay, on this also you can see with the 20. You can see that, how should I put this? The doorway getting into the next room follows the same thing. So in other words, it has the same, if you do the same type of punch, the same type of thing, you'll get through, which kind of makes sense anyway, but mechanically speaking, it's just going to be one level easier for you to, even give more advice. So while you already know how to get through, it'll be even easier for you guys. So again, that's what you're getting from this. Okay. What you guys up to?
I'll let everybody know about the door and stuff.
Not much to learn here.
Yeah, door works the same way. The circle. Obviously, this is where they were restraining and rain dump off to everybody else here.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So who's gonna go to the to either lock pick or lock punch or everybody? I mean, doesn't look like there's much else to see in the room. Everybody just moving on.
How do we have a consultant team that doesn't have a lock picker?
Good question. Looks like those advancement points. Maybe you guys want to specialize? I don't know.
Sounds like a good idea.
I feel like Josiah should be, but he just isn't.
Well, you're getting everybody's picking up a lot of knowledge on this this again.
Our party is unbalanced. We have no thief. Yes.
Nice. Exactly.
But we're all
supposed to be checking for traps.
Okay, so everybody's same setup with punching through, getting to the door, doing the punch.
Standing a bit back.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand at this other door in case something comes from behind us. Yes. Just
okay.
On the other side of the room, something at any moment could come through this door, and I think it'd be best if I stood here.
Nice.
I trust you to carry out. You can do it.
Perfect. T-Bone the Disco Spider, again, looking up at the ceiling. You don't see anything still. Cool. All right. So let's see. So how are you?
Head over to the door and with Winter be like, after you.
Okay. T-Bone, how are you helping the situation if you want to add an asset to the door breaking in stuff? Because I'll allow you to do it if you you want to.
I actually have no clue how I would contribute. So
yeah, I'll say the strongest one of us.
Yeah,
I'll say that if
I'm not
literally
used to it, I guess.
you eyeing it out, if you get close enough and like put your eye to the side and really that you can add more advice of like uppercut first or whatever. So that's how you would add.
So the version of Josiah, but actually useful.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
I resemble that remark.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
I really do.
Okay. So the three of you guys walking across, Josiah's hanging out in the back. Three of you guys walk towards the door. Everybody roll a speed defense roll right now, walking right through this red circle. No one's saying anything about walking around or it takes up most of the room. It's a huge circle. You walk right to the door, so roll for speed defense.
I don't have to, right? Because I am on not
Actually. Your character is
I
coming
am
in
nowhere near this.
handy. I gave everybody an out. You can rewind the tape. But yeah, so speed defense roll.
I rolled a 3, but I am trained.
I have a
I actually asked
16
what
and
happens
untrained.
if I go to the middle of the circle, so it should just be me because I said I was going to do it.
It's huge. I made sure that everybody at least said that they were going to get through there or get close to the door to help you. So everybody walked to the door with you. So you walk through the big red circle. So yeah, speed defense from 3 of you guys.
I got
You said 3, Rob?
Yes.
Okay. Do you
But
want?
trained. So trained. So
Yeah.
incredibly trained.
Just Rob's expression, like, yes.
Yeah. Check for traps. What is this? AD&D? Yeah. Perfect. So actually, as and everybody rolling. Who else is rolling? Yeah, you two, the Roboman Chads.
Yeah, I got a 16 and I'm trained in speed defense.
Same.
Okay, perfect. 16 then. Okay, so you two.
But I'm at -1 because of my muscle damage. But anyway, so it's a 16 flat.
Okay, 16 flat. So 15 or 18, but 15. So you got 15, you got past 50. Okay, so the two of you guys at the very last minute look up. And again, maybe this is why you couldn't see anything, Disco Spider. You're looking straight up. The minute you get to this red circle and you guys bounce out just in time from above, which was hidden, more of these cables, just like the extra ones that are at the floor, come right down in crisscrossing like this over to hold down. Again, this is what the room is built for. If there's a vert, anything in the middle gets tamped down. So right now, you're going to take, it's just 2 damage. I don't know if you have armor. It's not even meant to do anything. But you are now trapped, stuck down like, a fly under a fly swatter.
Wearing whatever armor we got. So that would be 1 armor. So take 1 damage.
So just 1. Yep, it's just 1. So it's more knocking the wind out of you. And now you're trapped down, with all these steel cables crisscrossing. This thing held the Hippogriffin in place. So that's where you're at.
I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna spend 2 intellect. 1 intellect. 'Cause I have edge. To do understanding. I'm gonna sort of from a distance. I'm studying the mechanisms, kind of looking over them to try to sort of like.
And understanding is for both.
Found a way to let it go.
Yeah, understanding. Remind me is for both like situations and be enemies and be.
Yeah.
Okay. So you spend the points, you get it. Yes, you can see that this is an ingenious trap room. Basically, it's meant to stop anything that's going from one door or trying to get through this room or across this. Anything big is going to get caught under this and trapped down. These steel, it's braided steel lines and cables, and it's now again it's come down almost like those the egg, like for making egg salad, the wires that come down through the egg. That's kind of out of nowhere. It just comes down and traps you or traps T-Bone the Disco Spider down. So you can now see how this works, and you most certainly will be able to have at least an asset on trying to extrapolate your amigo here.
One has to assume that if there was a way to capture things, they have to have a way to stop capturing the thing. So Josiah is scanning the room looking for like just like a switch or something that like releases the
Perfect.
the thing.
Okay.
I can do an int roll if you want.
I was going to say do an int roll, and then we'll.
I got a 16.
Okay, good. So we're going to resolve that in just a second. So everybody's kind of looking around again, trying to help your friend who's trapped. T-Bone, you hate this. You know, this is awful. You can't move a damn muscle at this point. It's pretty painful, but again, it makes it difficult to even breathe at all. But you're in a bad spot. We're going to go now to not far away geographically, but hopefully coming in soon. Buzz, let's get your navigation roll. Let's get you back into rope walks and back into action here. You again have an asset already for getting through because you can follow your nose. Any effort or anything? Do you want to?
Okay. Yeah, I think I should spend effort at this point, so as not to have something fall on me again.
Sounds like your buddies are going to need you there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I rolled a 5.
You want to XP to reroll? Now that everybody's using XP for advancement, it hurts more.
Yeah, it does, and no, I don't want to. Now that's a 5 with my effort. Does that help at all, or am I still?
No.
With my effort and my asset.
9. You drop it. It's 9. It's just a basic or
You have a 5, and then you add effort plus your skill to it, or is that 5 already with everything involved?
Yeah. So it would have to be a 9. He got a 5. So yeah.
If you're adding effort.
So it have to go down to 6. So a drop at 1 at the asset.
Oh yeah, you scaled your difficulty. Okay.
Yeah. He'd have to roll a 6. It'd get from a 9 down to a 6. Wait. Yeah. Of course. 1, 3. Yes.
So I went from a 9 down to a 6, and then I applied effort. Or applying effort made it from a 9 down to a 6. But then you said I also have an asset. Does that turn the 5 into a 6?
Oh, asset. Oh yeah. Okay, wait. It's a 6.
He said, hoping.
Yeah, exactly. So 9 to a 6, and you got a 5. But so no, if you got an asset, then yeah, it drops it down 1 more to 3. So 5 beats 3. So you dropped it 2. Yeah, the asset for just knowing how to get there, follow your nose, and the asset for effort. So yeah, 9, 6, 3. You're up.
Yay!
Oh yay! The theme music builds. It's cheesy like Savannah Smiles BS, or Benji, or the late 70s, tear jerkers for kids. Incredible journey all over again. You can smell, rope walks, and it's better than you remember. You like Liverpool now, but you can see as you approach the warehouse. It's as you guys left it. The back entrance is still open. The front.
Doesn't matter. I'm going in through the sunroof.
Yes, you already have that open. Yes.
Yes, violently open.
Yes, very true. Yeah. You zip down there. You can see that in the top, they're your friends. So now everybody, they're in the subterranean level.
I guess they're 1 level down and they're in a cage, right?
Correct. So
there's a big mess. There's just a mess.
So by the time you zip around and, fly down, again, being held down with 25K, which is nuts, which is great. Then what you get to do is, you see your friends, and you see that one of them, T-Bone, is absolutely stuck to the ground. And as you guys, as you come in, I'm going to say that right before they see you, the 16 that Josiah here got for the group does spring the trap. So you found a way, to get the right lever, this and that, and it pops up, and you can still see the mesh wiring above, but at least now you're free, and you can, T-Bone, you can scramble out of that red circle at this point. So
does the From Here to Eternity music come up as Betty and I are reunited?
Oh, that's right. You have your poor blurb file. Yes, absolutely. And she's been waiting patiently above. And yeah, it's, if she could, like a dog, if she could lick your cheek, she would.
I'll have to add that later.
Yeah, you guys are back together. Everything's cool. The group is all back together. So it pops up again. Anybody walking through this circle again, it's going to happen again. You haven't disabled the trap. You've just brought it up so you can get out. And again, that's the point when you guys see each other again, and you see your friend pretty laden with the pouches, his carrying pouches that he has.
Howdy, folks, take some cash.
Oh, you've come bearing gifts.
Buzz, you survived.
Yeah,
not only did I survive, I fucked up these guys' plans just a little bit more. So I relate to them how.
Why do you have giant stacks of cash?
No, you have giant stacks of cash. I quickly distribute.
His money is also Buzz.
$5,000 out of the 25.
Oh, sweet.
I make it rain.
Nice.
And I also show them the map and tell them that somehow a few blocks away from here, I stumbled onto a satellite operation of these same people. Mm-hmm. So going back there might be worth checking out at some point. But here, take some of this off my hands.
Nice.
5 hands now.
Yes, true. Yes. Now, okay, perfect. You guys are together again, and again, you know very, very well at this point how to break through this last door. This last, the.
I'm like, make sure you walk through the red. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
like
he's
the red
flying.
circle.
Does this blast door have an electronic lock, or is it a regular lock?
It's the same. It's digital or analog, I should say. But it's a 6.
Because I am trained in computers and hacking, and I have a data port. Could I plug in there and try to open it?
It's too old. It's literally it's like 40 or 50-year-old technology for Vurt, but it's like we have where it's literally there's no digital or component or computer components to it. It's a key and a 6-digit code, like getting into an apartment complex. It's like actual button. So unfortunately, definitely not data port here.
Any way I could hedge maths it open?
I'll be honest, you may not even have to with Fonzie the Robo Man Chad here, and also now another asset. I'll allow you to. You may not even need to. You may not need to. Say. If not, then yeah. But that costs you, correct? Or is it just like a cantrip?
It's a cantrip, but it cost me an intel point. But with my edge now, it doesn't really cost me anything.
Okay, so sure. Let's say that you can add. Again, this is having to do with not computer components, but you can help even more by using hedge math to affect this panel at the same moment she punches it. So I'll allow an asset for that. So now, honestly, it is just don't roll a 1, Winter, as you're breaking through, because it's now gone.
See about that.
1, 2, 3. It's now down to 3 or above.
Challenge accepted.
Don't roll a 1. You can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me not to roll a 3 with a 1 in front of it.
Yay!
13.
Okay. 3 is it actually. You figured this out. You know how this room works. Okay. You smash through again, like the level between the levels there on Vurt Fighter 2. Perfect. And you go through and it bashed through, and there it's open. I'm not even going to make you guys roll for strength to get through. You've already done it. And with 2 of you guys, you just have to do it. So I'll allow you guys, don't worry about another strength roll. Okay, so what you guys do, you can see that it's open just this much, which is enough to pull from either side or whatever. What you up to?
Josiah's going to stand a bit back. We should see what's behind that door. Don't you think, gentlemen? Yes?
Back into the circle. It's the safest place for you to be. Yeah.
Winter-
try
Winter
to
looks
peek
in.
through the crap.
Yeah. I saw. Yeah, the eye roll of a Robo Man Shad is twice as shady. It's just quite literally, smoke probably comes. So cool. Yes, the door will open pretty easily. Again, one more time, if we can see the map. This final room here of the subterranean level, you can see that there's nobody in it at all. There is a room in the corner there that has an archway, but you can see a shimmering, at least from where you're at, you can see a shimmering, again, exactly like the Wonder Wall in what is it? Not Bottletown. Out in Limbo.
Limbo?
Yeah, the Wonder Walls, which
Country
keep the
Country
Joe's Cafe.
Joe's.
Yes, that's right. Country Joe's Cafe. Or also like getting out of the river in Manchester. These, in some ways it's part X-ray, and it's also it can stop certain, everything from going through. This looks like it's solid. There's no and you can't really see through it. It's like a bluish, or it's blue energy, almost like crackling energy. So you can't see through. So this archway is filled with, very clearly a blue Wonderwall style. Behind it also, again, on this map, as you guys can see, next to it, there's something that looks almost like, at first it looks like a garbage chute. It has an opening there. It has an actual lever which opens. You can actually see it goes down. So almost like, again, a garbage chute at a housing project or apartment
What an
complex.
incredible smell you've discovered!
Yes, you haven't opened it, but you can see again. It's very simple, but it opens up, and there is a panel next to it with a port. There's no digital display, but you can actually see there is a data port. Last bit of information, and here's where I'm going to have somebody else roll. It's supposed to be 2d6. So let's have Mike and Rob. You guys each roll 1d6 right now. Somebody else is in here. My second table or third table of the day.
I've got a 6.
I've got a 2.
Okay, so 2. So the first thing, that you see, let's do the 2 first. T-Bone, you actually see that there are remains near this hole in the corner, which everybody can see. Again, there's a ladder leading down. You guys would have to approach it closer to really look down, but from where you're at, it just looks, there's no light coming from below. But near this, there are bones. And the bones, it looks like a skull. There's a couple, other bones are big bones, but there's one that looks like, let's have you do an int roll. Just a basic, unless you have Vurt knowledge or...
I do not.
Okay.
Let me see if I have anything to use.
Josiah got an 11.
Okay.
Nope. So here we go. 15.
Okay. All right, perfect. So both as everybody's kind of looking at these bones, you're realizing it's the same shape as what probably would be, again, a gigantic hippo head attached to. This is a skull of a hippogriffin, and the bones most likely of a hippogriffin. So this is not the only hippogriffin in this place, but this is once was. So that's what, again, draws everybody's attention immediately. The 6 here. Okay. Oh, nice. Roll in the cipher list here. Again, going through, you can see there's bits, again, like in the other room, there's discarded materials, shadow tech stuff, tools, but it's kind of all been pushed out of the way. Most of the stuff is, assembled in the middle in carts and then moved around if it's shadow tech. But roll in the cipher. This is different than just a cipher, though.
Okay.
So a D100, and then we'll see what it is.
29.
Okay, and it's max level. What is 29? Sorry, I don't have it. Is it like 369 or what page is it?
I think it's 360. But
yeah, something like 360. Okay, so this is max level plus, let's see what it is.
360.
Don't be doggy biscuits.
It says Grape Stoner.
Grape Stoner. Okay, so here's what you find. You find, let's see, it's, right, so I can get my notes. Okay, so you see, again, on the floor, Grape Stoner, max level, so yeah.
6.
Yeah, so 6. I don't know if there's a +3 on the basics or +1 or 2.
Yeah,
so
it's just a
max
D6.
level. Perfect, D6. Okay, so grapes, but it is encased in, again, closest thing that you guys would all recognize is almost like those, the plastic security cases they used to have around CDs, or I'm sure they have around, whatever the kids buy in real stores these days. But, it's an actual, a casing. Now, here's the difference with it, and you can see it clearly inside. It's great, but the casing itself, it's a bit of a security lock at the top, and you can see just at the top of it, almost like, for a level where the little bubble part, smoke going back and forth. This is a Shadow Tech, definitely prototype, you've never seen it, security device to keep something safe that you can actually see what it is. It's not too intrusive, and that's what it is. So you have it, whether you want to open it or not is up to you at the moment, but you still get this. And, again, it looks like a security device. It looks like something you don't just want to rip open, with your face over it.
You say that, but
that's all I'll say. Yeah. Reverse psychology. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So you have that. Yes, and now what everybody else sees, again, the wonder wall in this little corner room, a bit of a shaft going down, and maybe it looks closest to like a trash chute that also goes down. And then in the corner, a hole, a rectangular opening that goes straight down, no lights, and a ladder, an actual rope ladder, descending into the darkness. So it's not even a steel ladder.
This ain't on my map.
Can I use my LED torch, aka a flashlight, for British challenged individuals, to shine a light down the hole?
Yep, absolutely. So
Careful.
you can, you see this rope ladder keeps going down, and it really gets to the point where you just can't see any farther. It just keeps going straight down. It's a rectangular. Roll for, again, I don't know, it'd be int-based, either investigation or noticing something else as you're looking down here, an investigatory either ability or skill that might help. Otherwise, it's just a flat int roll.
Okay, int roll it is.
Okay, it's fairly
17.
easy. Over above. Sorry, what?
17.
Okay, so here's what you figure out. You do actually, you can see as you're looking down and around that this rectangular hole looks like it has been, again, the concrete at the bottom has been sawed through, and this is and then it's earth going down as you'd expect, but it's fairly new. So this opening in the bottom corner of this room is newer than, you can tell it's fairly new. And this rope ladder, which is attached and going straight down, also looks like it was, secured in fairly new, So this probably wasn't here when they built it, which again can be corroborated with this map. But it is deeper than your light can see without going down.
So we've had 7 people that we found outside. People told us there were supposed to be 15 people here. We haven't run into anywhere else, but there's this tunnel that goes down to a place that we can't see. So who has grenades still?
Legit.
Like making some noise and wait for them to come out and then shoot them. If they're all down there. It's just like single point of entry.
Hey, Betty, go down there, take a look, and fly right back.
Hey, that's a crazy idea.
There you go.
You're useful.
Exactly. Betty does not have a strong light and doesn't have, I don't think, any either was it night vision or anything like that, or infrared.
No, and no video link either, but I figure she can at least go down there and flesh something out.
Okay.
Go down there, buzz around, and come back up.
Okay, so you can send her basically down into the darkness to flesh something out.
And then when she comes back, I'll ask her to tell me how deep it is by waggling her abdomen in the right frequency.
Okay, so perfect. Okay, so you're or again, you don't have a link. You can't see what she sees, but what are you telling her specifically to do?
Right now, just head down to the bottom of this shaft, see what it looks like, see if it's dangerous on the ground.
Okay.
It's a little too many instructions for a blurb fly for not a direct.
Perfect.
Yeah, just go down, fly around, come back.
Okay. So she's down and she zips down and she's down and she's you can hear a little zzz and it goes down. She's still going. Okay. It's been 60 seconds. 60 seconds turns into 2 minutes. 2 minutes turns into 10 minutes.
Uh-oh.
At this point, how deep is this thing? You gave very direct orders. Either something stopped her, or she's still going down. Now, doing the math would mean that we're talking about this is more than, she's actively flying down. So yeah, that's where you're at it. 10 minutes out.
Oh, good thing we didn't jump.
Slow.
Yeah, you don't know what happened. Whether again something got it.
Come back.
Nice. 10 minutes down. If she is going down, that's not gonna reach her. But yeah, which is cool. Again, Betty's doing her thing. She's doing exactly what you told her. That's her. She's very loyal. All right. So what's everybody else doing here now?
I'm patiently waiting for Betty. Actually, I want to go investigate this wall in the corner.
Okay. The Wonder Wall?
Yeah, the Wonder Wall. I'm going to study it. Just kind of glance around, trying to figure out is it blocking something? Is it communicating something?
Got it. Okay. Perfect. And you have, would you have, obviously everybody would have seen a Wonder Wall, or at least know what it is. You guys certainly had to deal with it when you were leaving through Manchester, even though you managed to get through it subtly, right? But yeah, so you can investigate it, but that, it's solid. Even getting near it, you can feel the crackle. That it's stopping thing. It's as solid as these things get, I suppose, best way to put it. Yeah, that's that particular area. And again, there's no visible buttons or anything there, or panel. So yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna try. So the archway at the other side of the room. Just going to try to circle it. I want to look for, is there a door, a panel, anything that sort of sectioned off portion? Is there any type of access point to that?
That corner part of the room, again, on the map, is separate from this trash chute thing next to it. So The only entrance into this little corner room is this archway. The walls are paneled. Again, it looks, maybe even newer than the rest of it, but it's still solid. solid enough walls. The archway, again, if this wonder wall wasn't actively, surging right now, you'd just be able to walk in and out, no problem. Nice big archway, but it's a solid. Again, no panel. If you want to do, again, either some type of investigation roll or something specifically with this, let me know and let's do a roll.
Can I go? No, actually, I want to go look at the trash chute.
Okay.
Is the trash chute is it open?
It's a simple, again, there is a panel with the data port next to it. Yes, there is a panel with the data port. The chute, excuse me, the chute itself has a lever. So it's old school, literally like the lever would pull down, the chute would open, and then the trash or refuse or whatever, that's what it looks like.
Just gonna
would go down.
I'm gonna pull it down. I'm gonna specifically Josiah's sniffing, like he's trying to looking for like trash or decay. Like what's the scent that comes out?
And you open it, and it does, open as you expect it to.
Very slowly, I'm doing this, just very slowly.
Absolutely. The smell that does come through is like brackish water. It's something stagnant, something yucky. Whether it's trash or not, you can't quite tell, but it smells like still water or like mucky, just yuck. And that's what you smell.
It smells like liver.
Yeah.
It's actually I think our options seem to be down or through.
Yes. Like I said, there is a data port or a plug-in, for that. But it doesn't seem to light up or do anything when you open that trash chute thing.
Does anyone know how to deal with what do you call this? A port of data? You robot boy, this thing?
Or I could plug in and check it out.
Don't we have someone who is literally made to plug in?
Yeah, if you have a
Two
data
cars. Yeah.
If there's
this is a wall, not a
two
car.
If there's two of you that can plug in, I'll always allow an asset, just because even, being
plug into each other.
Yeah.
No,
we'll plug it in series.
Yeah, it's like sharing iBuds.
Plug it in.
It's called. Yeah, they don't have to worry about that nowadays. There's no more wires. Oh, get off my lawn. All right. Yes.
Well, I'm also trained in computers and hacking, which is why I offered, because maybe that'll allow me to get in there.
Okay. Let's have both of you, if you want to, approach this at the exact same time. Each of you guys are going to roll. We'll take the top one, understanding that if anybody rolls a 1, that's going to count for the two of you again. But if anybody rolls 18, 19, or 20, you'll take that. So both of you will do a roll on accessing this panel at the same time. You have all the links or things you need to try.
Okay.
And explain how you would try it based on what you're attempting.
I use my extra leg to pick any dust that might be in the data port before I plug in.
Right.
And then open up my utility kit and plug right in, and just kind of grab the wall around it and just kind of open up my utility kit from the middle of my abdomen and just kind of sensually slide it in as I grip the wall with my other 5 arms.
Again, to you it's sensual. To everybody else, it just looks like a fly, vomiting on a wall. So I love the fact that you're just a giant, like house or beetle, scarab, messed up thing. Okay, so
I rolled an 11.
Okay,
and then with training and asset, because we're both doing it, I don't know what that brings it down to, but
yeah, I'm not going to do the asset. It'll just be the highest of. Okay, so now, Mike, you'll roll.
After watching him do that, I don't know if I want to. Like,
kind of use a
I wipe it off when I'm done, and I throw one of the dollar bills off my stack of 1,000 at the port before I leave.
Terrific. If you looked even semi-humanoid, I would not allow this. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you have access to the port. How are you approaching this problem?
Yeah, I don't know because it's really not how he usually uses ports like that.
Mm-hmm.
He probably like cracks the corner of it with the butt of the gun to like pry it out a little bit and get access to the cables. Like,
Nice.
this if I was gonna hotwire a car, I'd just jack
Yes.
into the back. Yeah.
Right on.
Like clip onto it.
Okay.
And give it a shot. Yeah.
That seems like the more sanitary way to approach this right now. Also.
Yeah, like
We'll
there's
see-
also like that
We'll see
like
what works.
yeah like and anyone have a like one of those moist towelettes? 'Cause
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God,
it-
yeah,
the
keep it in my
big
crotch,
guy with the
crotch
shaved
straps.
head and the tattoos is all like weirded out, wants the moist towelette. Yeah.
yeah. All of it.
But I got a 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you, yes, you get through, and actually, so now you are linked in, and again, Buzz, you can actually see. It's probably because of what you did, I'm sure, but you can actually see that he
I
happened to
loosened it for him.
access just the right spot, and now he's plugged in. So as you're plugged in, you see it is just a simple a simple program there, nothing major. You can see that there are 3 actions that it does. It just says 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't say anything else, but there are 3 I guess functions or actions that it can do. Again, you have no more information than that. But something, 1, 2, or 3.
Well, I've seen interfaces like this before, and I know that 1 unlocks the doors, and 2 locks the doors, and 3 pops the trunk. So we'll try number 3.
Go for it.
Do I need
So
to
which-
roll or anything for that? I'll go for number 3.
Yeah, just choose. You can just choose for the first action to do a second action. You're going to have to re-roll, but for this first one, you can choose one of these 3 functions.
Yeah, I'll do 3.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
All right. Let's see. Number 3 on that. You hear a sound from what looks like a trash chute or something. You hear a sound quite a ways down, but a grinding, sounds almost like, those metal shredders or something kind of going through. Part garbage disposal, which they don't really have over there, but part garbage disposal and, part, shredder, paper shredder of some sort or something. But yes, there is a function, and you have found out the easy way not to jump down the trash chute. So yes,
I probably hear it grinding and then like feel like obligated to like pull the lever because it's like forgot to remove emergency brake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and the grinding stops. And again, you can activate it again if you want without having to re-roll or access. But if now it'll be 2 or 3 you're going to have to roll to maintain. I'll allow you an asset because Buzz is right next to you. But now you're just going to roll. It's challenging, but it's brought down 1 level. It's an int-based roll, obviously, and you have what is it, hacking or what is the skill you're going to be using?
I have no actual skill for helping me with this.
Okay, but plugs in. You certainly know what you're doing there. I'll allow an asset for that. So
I have adventuresome link, and it says I have I'm trained in any driving or piloting task when using it, but I don't have any like hacking, computer operation.
But that's basic enough. It's a data port enough, similar enough that you certainly could use your basic knowledge on it. Okay, so that's a second drop down 2. Again, if you want to use effort, you can, but you feel fairly confident with, again, without getting metagamey, your roll isn't going to be too difficult. So
yeah,
if it's dropped down,
I'm not going to spend anything. That's
perfect. So if it's dropped down 2, just give it a roll, this or higher.
Okay. 7.
Excellent. You need 3 or above. Okay. Drop down 9, 6, 3. Yes. Okay. You now can access. You can choose either 1, 2, or 3. of the
one or two,
function.
I think.
Sorry, 1 or 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Of the function.
We'll keep going in a straight line. We'll do number 2.
Perfect. Okay. Number 2. You can hear a, kind of a crackle, the start of a crackling, almost like electrical energy, a little bit like escaping steam or something, a little bit of mist. And then everybody in the room sees that this wonder wall kind of briefly turns into shadow smoke and then dissipates. And now the door or the archway is clear for that.
Nice job.
Sorry?
I feel
Nice
like that
job.
means I should stop here because number 1's going to be like, and now you flood the room with poison gas.
Yes,
Yeah,
those things go together.
Yes, perfect. Yes, so that's what's
It's
happened.
acid to get
Again,
rid of the trash.
yeah, it's a small opening. Again, someone would have to kind of go in to explore or walk right up to. But as the shadow smoke kind of dissipates out, again, nothing jumps out. There's no sounds from inside, but you guys will have to go into the room to look, or you feel.
Well, Josiah, there's your room. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll go in.
Can I stick my staff through the opening? That sounds really bad.
No.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. And again, check for traps. Now everybody's paranoid. Absolutely. It goes through. It's not like anything. No steel mesh from the ceiling falls down like you saw in the other room. No. Only the penitent man will pass style traps. You guys are. It seems like going to the opening. In fact, as you're the staff in there, you look in. And you can see just from there, without getting closer or inspecting more, you can see a little swirl of smoke in the corner. Again, in the wall, probably about the size of about this big. Yeah.
Question, gentlemen. Those of you who do dabble around in feathers, has anyone know of a swirl of smoke inside of the Vurt world which we may want to consider not letting out?
Mm-hmm.
Winter is busy feeding these giant bones to her dog. She's like,
I have dirt
I don't
lore.
do feathers.
Yeah.
I'm trained in dirt lore.
Go for it.
Let's roll at a 13.
Okay. No, you don't. I mean, nothing springs to mind specifically like a Vurt entity that is known as a swirling mass of smoke. Nothing specifically comes to mind. It's quite possible, but
Josiah's just going to kind of peek his head through just a little bit in, pardon, excuse me, are you hostile?
Mm-hmm. No answer.
That's totally how this works.
Yes.
Is this
no answer?
Is this hippopotamus skull big enough for me to put on my head?
So much bigger than what you should be able to pick up on. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can get someone else to help you, but it'll probably knock you to the floor. It's got to be several hundred pounds. Yeah.
Can I ask an awkward question about the bones?
Yes.
Vurt flesh gets you high. What do Vurt bones do?
Absolutely. I say go for it.
She just
you grind them into powder and then you chop it into. Never mind.
She just gave one to the dog. Is the dog high as a kite right now?
Actually, good call. Yes, you're feeding the bones too.
To my puppy.
Roll for this puppy here. Roll again, whatever the connection. I don't know if it's like dominate dog or whatever the specific skill or whatever you're using.
You would think brown Vurt bones would fit into Chinese traditional medicine or something somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. All right.
Let's just see how much information you can get out of the connection with your dog. Again, who's still hanging way back. And if any of you guys get near, it growls. It's a pure dog, by the way. It's not. So they also have a certain sense a sense of self-awareness, but it's not like they talk at all, or can understand more than like a 2 to 3 sentence command.
I got a 4, but I'm gonna re-roll it because I like my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't help. I got a 2
Yep.
the second time.
Nope.
So
Okay.
I'll stick with the 4. I've
Right,
got
so
an
again-
asset. So
True.
let's say.
It's still, you realize it's not quite there with you yet for you to figure out more than just its basic, like, it's hungry or it's scared or whatever. It's still sticking about 5 to 10 feet away from you. It is starting to chew on this bone, and it's going at the bone, but you're not close enough physically and or connection wise yet to lock that. So yeah.
Probably high.
Yeah, everybody else, I mean, if you want to try anything else, feel free. The smoke ball in the corner of this this room here is, again, it's just swirling. It's not making any noise. It's not moving. And it's just right there in the corner, about this big.
Can one of our shadowy people maybe try communicating with this ball?
You want us to communicate with it nicely or less so?
Don't do it.
We can try nice.
Start with
I'm gonna
nice.
look back down the hole after Betty while this is going on.
You can always
Oh,
do
yes.
nice first and then go for not nice, because the other way around doesn't really work.
Yeah. Sorry, Pete, what'd you say? Buzz is doing what?
I'm just looking down the hole. Everybody's looking in this room.
Waiting for her to come back. Yeah, perfect.
Poor Betty.
I know. Okay. So, yes. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'll come over. I've got like a couple of these like hippo fangs now.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of walk in. I'm like, try and communicate with it telepathically. I'm like, hey, do you talk?
To the
shadow
smoke.
ball?
Yeah. Okay. So what particular skill are you using? You can just talk, obviously.
Simple communication. Reach out telepathically with your shadow.
Perfect. And this is to any willing target.
Intelligent being in medium range.
Got it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Roll for it.
I got a 10.
Okay. Yes. It's just 9 or above.
Oh, but I have an inability in pleasant social interaction.
So it's 9 or above. What'd you get?
I got a
Same
10.
team.
So yeah, so
only
9,
being mean.
12. So 12. So yeah, you maybe you get something maybe intelligent, but it's whatever it is, it does not want, or you did not get through on that. Yes.
I guess I'm just going to walk. I'm going to walk up to it.
It's intelligent, but it doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, you're kind of an unpleasant person. Let's see how it responds to me.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just proving my
Imagine
point.
that. What are your mutton chops made of shadow look like right now? Because I still always just imagine, like.
So if he's, whenever Josiah's trying to be kind of charming, he sort of dims they come as close. The shadow effect are as light as possible. Like you can tell he's shadow, they're there, but they're not like when he's in like speaker or like they become these like, Victorian mutton chops. Right now they just look like he hasn't shaved in a few weeks.
Right on.
So I'm gonna walk. I want to. They have like very, very, very like one step at a time. Hello, welcome to the real world. How are you doing? Would you like to leave this room?
And roll for it.
What am I? I'm rolling. I'm gonna spend XP to re-roll that 3.
Good.
Okay, I got a 13.
Okay. Yes. 12 or above. Okay. So you don't have it in a like just a okay. It's 12 or above.
I'm trained in persuasion. I'm
Beautiful. No problem then. Okay, here's what you get. You get, it's not words, but it's the equivalent of, an inquisitive, some type of, it's a curiosity almost of like again, you're getting that feeling again. And as you're saying that, it starts to grow a little bit. Again, just sounds of curiosity, sounds of non-threatening, but threatening, and it's just getting quite a bit bigger as you've reached it or connected to it, at least basically.
Yes. No, we mean you no harm. Obviously, we are but gentle travelers, much like yourself, I'm sure. Being locked in a room you must not enjoy. Can you step through this? So Josiah puts his hand sort of through the little wall thingy. They're like, outside better than inside, I think. Yes.
It does, and it just like a beautiful, like a Studio Ghibli movie or something. Like little eyes kind of pop out of the smoke, and it, nice friendly eyes, and it's bouncing and it's following you. It's following you. Keep talking.
Yes, come out. Come. And he doesn't turn his back to it, but he's like, yes, out, everyone, I'm coming out with it. It's okay. It has friendly eyes. Friendly eyes.
Now, you guys see it coming out, and it looks a lot more, anime than it did, a little while ago. It looks intelligent. Its eyes are blinking. It's looking back and forth at you guys. It seems connected to Josiah here, and it's out there. Now, Buzz looking down there, that's the moment you can hear just way off the sounds of buzzing coming back up towards you. Again, and you calling down gets a little chirp, chirp, chirp. Kind of it's little whatever it can make coming up. So Betty's coming back. You have your dog next to you. Josiah has this weird Vurt thing following it, Mary had a little lamb style. And that's also, everybody roll for notice, but roll for, some type of awareness, an basic int, unless you have something.
20.
Oh, it's about time.
Nice.
You know what?
I was happy with my 16, but yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay. So at least 3. So a majority of you guys passed it, as well as a 20. What'd you roll, Jack and Mike?
I got a 10.
I got an 11.
Okay, no. All right. So, but more than half of you did. Okay, so you got that. The 20 here. Here's what you're noticing at this moment. The 3 of you guys notice that this ball of smoke, is kind of puffing up bigger, and its eyes are looking up towards where you guys had come down the stairs and everything. So that's what you guys notice. What T-Bone the Disco Spider notices, just again, sound, you're able to discern that it's the sound of footsteps. And with the 20, I'm going to say that you realize that it is the sound of 8 pairs of footsteps coming in from above, definitely boots, definitely stomping in order, definitely running around in the upper level, and very, very soon, you can already hear one of them starting to descend the stairs into the subterranean level. So the tongueless are back, and that's also, again, the moment where this smoke thing realizes.
Fed him to the guy.
Yeah, the smoke thing realizes there's danger, and now it starts to spread out. It swishes down, its eyes disappear, and it starts to spread out across the floor, like in a good horror movie from the 50s kind of thing. But it's spreading and spreading and spreading every inch, and now you can see there's very little floor left in that room that you can see. It's staying away from the hole.
Oh, gentlemen, he's a rug. He's a rug.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yes.
I show shadow and blend with him.
Perfect. So you're doing that. Show shadow. Betty is now up. and she's nuzzling, you. She's so happy to be up. And what you're getting from her is, just absolute amazement at how deep that goes down. She went down, she found the bottom, there was water. It opened up into a bigger area, but she found the bottom and she came straight back up, just like she was ordered. Doing the math means that rope ladder has got to go down more than several stories. We're talking, an absurd depth at this point, an absolutely absurd depth, mining shaft depth style. So that's what's down there. And now you know it. And again, that's also correlates to the smell of the brackish water before. So at this point, they are coming down. You can hear now.
Can we all hear? Like, can Josiah hear now?
Yes, they've looked through the top level, and now you can hear them yelling and stomping down.
Your beast, is it safe below?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Betty?
Buzz, is it safe below?
Not so much safe. There's nothing down there, but I mean, there's nothing down there.
What's coming up here?
Can we just hang off the rope ladder?
Up to you guys. Again, they're stomping, getting closer and closer. They're now in that room right next to you.
Let us away. Josiah's gonna book it and start descending the ladder, just like slowly, like one rung at a time. Like, I am not getting shot at by more tongueless freaks. For today.
Nice. Nice, you're down.
I kind of don't want to head through the open room where they'd have a shot at me, but I kind of want to duck against the wall over by where the trash compactor is and turn on Overwatch, so I'm watching the door and I'll trigger an action once they come through.
Okay. What is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna try to hide out of sight, kind of near Angel, and kind of be ready for an attack as well, because I'm stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stealthy.
Is there shelving in this room and other equipment around?
No, just like a couple crates. There's crates and things, but no structurally. There's nothing.
Okay.
What
but I mean,
about
something
the little, like, cubbyhole Wonderwald area that the smoky thing had been in?
Right. But I mean, there might be a crate small enough for me to hide behind.
Ah, gotcha. Yes, there is. For you, sure. In that main room, yeah. Okay, so you're hiding. Winter, what are you doing?
I'm standing just next to the door so that the first person through is getting cut off at the knees.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys
be careful, because the first person through is also getting a couple rounds fired off at him.
Yeah.
Take the second one then.
Okay.
Nice. You guys, again, they're racing towards you. You can hear it. They're angry. You can hear the clicking of, the cocking of weapons. They know, as they're racing towards, they can see through the busted open doors that there's this weird smoke on the ground. And then you hear the sound stop because they can see, and the smoke you can see at this point is now coming out of that room towards them slowly. And that is the moment where everywhere that it is, again, it's filled this entire room with the exception of this little corner, with the hole going down. It's now going into the room that you just come from as well, heading towards them. And it starts to drip up. So it's almost like the smoke turns to, this black smoke turns into liquid and drips up, opposite of gravity, up in the ceiling, and everything as it goes up, it has these filaments that string up, and so all these drips going up, have these strings. They start waving. This is very, very Vurt. This doesn't even resemble anything. This is absolute, shockingly strange. But those of you, not Josiah, you're already down the ladder. Buzz, you're next to the hole as well with Betty, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody here? The others now are going to be rolling a speed defense because it looks like it's just attacking in all directions at once, and it's just starting its attack. So speed defense for you guys, just to avoid it each round, and then let me know what you're trying to do. So the three of you guys. Speed defense.
Trained in speed defense, 13.
Okay.
Trained in speed defense, but I only got a 6.
Okay.
I'm trained and I got a 9.
Okay. All right. So all of you feel again the smoke, and as it's raining up and it's hitting you guys again, it's passing around. It's as if, again, smoke, but it's also water. You can't quite tell. And you feel choking, absolutely choking. You cannot breathe. The air is turning rancid around as it's coming up. And all of you guys are taking 4 points of damage, but you're now not able to breathe. You are, the last breath you just took is the last one you're going to get at this point. So 4 damage now for this round. And we'll roll for initiative here for everybody, although two of you are not getting hit because you're in that corner. Also, at the same time, you hear
the
yelling.
Armor with the filter,
No.
does that protect at all?
No, because it's the problem is it breathing in actually, and it's hitting around, but it's the noxious fumes coming from it. Again, tendrils hitting the ceiling and kind of almost like hot glue, but and making these weird formations and spinning. So 4 points of damage. Now you're no longer able to breathe. Everybody tell me, or everybody is going to roll for your initiative, basically, initiative order.
Does Josiah need to roll to see what order he's in? At some point, he's going to notice no one's
roll.
him.
Yeah, you seem okay. I mean, at this point, you're not dealing with it. Neither is Buzz, because you guys are in that corner of the room where it is not. You can hear the screaming starting in the other room. That again stops immediately because they're also having impossibility. It's impossible to breathe. So everybody roll, and then we'll go in that order.
I rolled a 17, and I'm trained in initiative.
Okay, great.
I've got a 6, and I've trained.
So 21.
Josiah got a 4.
Okay,
That's okay. He's going to run away anyway.
4. Okay.
If you follow him, he's not running away. He's leading.
True.
It's only
Winter?
running away when he's by himself.
I got a 16.
16. Okay. And Rob?
10.
Yeah. Okay. And mine is okay. Pete. Yeah, you're definitely going first, Pete.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
you can see everything happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this unsolved equation.
Oh,
Damn.
that's a very powerful cipher. Okay, which unsolved equation is it? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
Nice.
That's why we're gonna find out.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if I rolled level or not, so I'm gonna roll a d6 right now just to determine level.
Perfect.
I rolled a 5, and it's level d6 plus 2, so it's a level 7.
Shoot. Perfect.
Some shit's going down.
And now I'm going to roll a d20 to see what it does.
Thank you. Yeah, you found it. Good.
I rolled a 10, which is an object is imbued with powerful magnetic effect for 1 day per level of the cipher. When attached to a metallic object, a level 2 might action is required to separate it. So I just created a super magnet.
Nice. On what? You get to choose an object.
Well, what is nearby?
You are. You're metal.
Again, any type of it'd be tools or components or something like that.
My scarab necklace.
Your necklace, dude. Right on. Right the hell. Now you're metal, so it's going to attach to you, and you're going to also draw. But if you've imbued it, it's on.
Well, I'm going to imbue it as I throw it.
Okay. Where are you throwing it? Perfect.
Who's down the hole?
Just Josiah.
Okay, you're not Robo, are you, Josiah? You're Man Shad, right?
I'm a Shadow Man Vurt.
Okay. But what I'm thinking is, I create this super magnet, and then chuck it down the hole, and hopefully it drags the bad guy's weapons with it down the hole. But it's a magnet, so I can't really aim it.
I say do it.
Drag the robos with.
Don't overthink it. Just do it. Don't overthink it.
It might drag the robo shads and everything. So
do it, and you do it.
What could go wrong? Really?
Okay.
No, hang on a second. I'm not do the whole. We're not in the room with the circle and the cage, are we?
No, they are, but they made it through without. They disabled it at the top or with whatever, however they did it. But they got through. Although they're screaming in the other room, you can't see them, or the scream stopped because they can't breathe. But you're imagining they're just fitted out like everybody else.
Okay, and they're in that room.
Correct.
They're in the room with the cage. That's where I'm going to throw the amulet, and hopefully it will suck them and all the cage around it. Because you guys, we're not in that room. That's the guys coming down, right?
Yeah, let's see the map last time here. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are in the bottom room there. They're in the second room up, which has the circle painted on it. Yeah, that's where you guys are at. And again, this smoky Vurt being has covered the entire floor with the exception of this hole going way down and is now leaking into this other room where they were and spreading fast, attacking.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to chuck my ammo into the other room with the hopes that it starts attracting all of the tongueless and their weapons together.
Okay.
Are the people that were ready to attack also going to be affected?
But we'll see. He's first in order, so here we are. Okay, so the level 7?
Level 7.
Son of a bitch. Okay, you understand that's insanely super powerful. Okay, you throw do a regular speed roll just for the throw itself, just to see the aim of it.
Get it through the door.
Yeah. I will be spending effort on that.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
No, I'm saying I will be spending effort, so let's see what it does.
Yeah,
I rolled a 9, so good thing with the effort.
Yeah, so it was 9.
Correct.
9 plus effort, so that's 12.
Perfect. You throw it. It sails across. It's going through this liquid smoke that's dripping up and turning into tendrils and cutting out the breathable air. It sails through into the other room and it just arcs through, and that's when it activates this. And again, an unsolvable equation for a mathematician is, again, it's one of the most powerful things in the real world. You've now, this is broken the laws of physics, more or less, the known laws. The magnet as level 7, with your amazing necklace there, pulls every single person with any bit of metal on them, no matter what it is, if it's part of your body, if it's part of this, if you have everything, is now pulled directly up, even up out of the hole. If you've got metal on you, which I think everybody does, and all of you guys are, thrown through the air, pulled at top speed, hitting the wall, and then, piling in, and everybody is, including them, is pulled in. Does anybody? I don't think anybody has no metal on them, obviously. No.
I'm like,
okay.
metal.
Oh yeah, I've got some metal. I've got a little. No, I don't. I have no metal. I am metal free because I gave my gun to someone else.
Yeah, you did.
What about the change in your pocket?
Yeah,
I don't have any change. I have notes.
No knives, brass knuckles.
What
So
about
it's the equivalent of being a storm cellar, with it open and watching the tornado take, Dorothy and the rest of everybody else off to Oz. But yes, you can, if you don't have anything on, change flies out of your pocket or whatever, but you're hanging on for dear life onto this thing. Everybody else is now in this other room, and
can I make a speed roll to land knives first?
Unfortunately, everybody, including them, there's It's a level 7. There is no way
No,
to
I don't want
react
to
to this.
resist it. I just want to use its momentum to aim at people.
Any holding anything metal, impossible. It's being pulled, this and that. Again, it's the equivalent of like the ultimate magnet. If it's not
I've
metal,
got these tusks.
you do have tusks. That, yes, all day long you can absolutely do that. So you grab the tusks, and you're the only one sailing through the air with something to do. You're pulled. Everybody is pulled into a ball. It's a crushing pain as you guys are pulled towards each other. Whoever was in the middle, that one of those guys, one of the 8 of the tongueless here, is in the middle, and you can actually hear crushing sounds. So whoever was in the middle is no more, and you guys are again stuck, absolutely stuck to as a ball at the end of the room. And those of you that can see out of the tangle of this magnetic ball of enemies that you guys are stuck to now, you can see that the Vurt being itself now is approaching you guys, this ball of enemy as far as it's concerned, and it is rising like this, and now it seems to turn into this, maybe a face, maybe a mouth, you can't quite tell, and it now envelops around everybody, and now you're stuck, you're being crushed, you're being pulled in even farther into this. You can't breathe any air, and the sound of singing, a woman's voice singing, fills your ears. Everybody is smelling this amazing, again, maybe it's like mulled wine, beautiful stuff. It smells, those of you who've been in the Vurt world, which is all of you, it smells like some beautiful plane out in the Vurt world. And you guys, again, that's what you hear, that's what you smell. You can't breathe, so that quick little smell is all you're getting. That's what's in your lungs, and that's where we're going to stop it this week. For sure. Yeah.
That thing stays magnetic for 7 days.
Say what?
That thing stays magnetic for 7 days.
Wait, it's a super magnet, right? Though, so doesn't that mean an electromagnet?
It just says it becomes a powerful magnetic effect for 1 day per level of the cipher.
Yep.
You can there's a level 2 might action to separate.
Mm-hmm.
But it also means that because I use that cipher, I can use that later to craft something. Use it as a crafting component. So maybe I'll make it.
And the Royal Yeoman Warders will pay a bill. Remember, all they're trying to do right now is get new tech so they can copy it and arm their people all over the world. Again,
if we survive, Magna bombs.
Yeah. So that is that. Again, this is a Vurt being that no one has seen before, and obviously quite odd. But we'll get to that next week, in 2 weeks. So yes, that's where we'll end this session. The XP we'll deal with as well. In the meantime, you guys will get all of that XP to spend or to level up. You're going to get rewarded for all the monsters or enemies and everything you fought so far. And what we'll do when we pick it up next time is once you separate, hopefully, from this thing, you'll have those new stats. You know what I mean? So if you choose an advancement, right, it'll only be active after you pull away from this magnetic thing. But so you'll be able to advance if you want to in the meantime. So we'll see what new ways you can solve this unsolvable equation there. It's rough. Cool. And again, you in the whole watching everybody pulled, including away from you, are in a very interesting spot. You might be able to help the situation, because if everybody was pulled next to this thing, it'd be, again, might rolls to get out before you're crushed to death and suffocated by the Vurt creature here. Good times in Liverpool. Nice.
TPK cool. Number 2 coming up.
Yay!
Minus Jack again, who's just going to be falling down that shaft forever.
Oh, can we please?
The other character, the other character is still falling. Yeah. But again, having somebody probably able to do something from the outside in this next few moments of our next episode is probably going to be what saves everyone's bacon. But yeah, it's a big old mess. Once again. Cool.
All
All
right.
right. So I'll reach out to you guys in the meantime with XP, but otherwise, well, thanks for
We've done a lot of exploring.
tuning in, and we'll pick it up in 2 weeks, right in the midst of yet another giant battle. Cool, with a Vurt creature at that, yet again. Yeah,
Shoot it with a bullet.
But it was so
that's not
nice.
normal, by the way. Definitely not normal, but yeah, cool. All right, all.
Thanks
See you in
everybody for
Liverpool in
watching.
2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Later.